The following program is brought to you by the Internet Broadcasting Organization.
Hello, this is Sancho from the Cranial Edition show. Our celebrity voices are impersonated. Bang? What's the word?
Impersonated.
Are impersonated unless otherwise stated by Ben, Joe, or Miggy.
Live from the tasting room of ESB Brewing in scenic Tampa, Florida, it's the Cranial Emission Show.
Interrupting the silence, drop a little science
With an act of defiance.
by the Cranial Alliance.
Ben Charles was the name that was given to me. And when I'm on the mic, it's like destiny.
Well, he's a mover and a shaker, not a flopper or a faker.
If he was on chips, he'd be punching out your baker.
But there's more to this mix in this recipe. Here's a dash at number 2 of the Cranial 3.
First name Miguel, my last name Hito. I'm a mixture of the best, like a sushi filled burrito.
And if you get to know him, then you can go on Miggy.
Got the bitty bitty beats like Buck Spot Tweaky.
There's still another part in this play on words. His name is Joey T, and he needs to be heard.
Joseph T. Needles Incorporated. The mold was broke when I was created.
If you need a title, he's got plenty to spare.
And if he was a trucker, he'd have a monkey named Bear.
Well, I'm the last dog, the final bark of the pack. And now I'm gonna tell you who we are and where we're at.
Cranial Emissions is the name of the show.
Friday night, 7 to 9 is the time, don't you know?
ESB Brewery will be live on the air.
Come have a pint with us, we've got plenty to spare.
A show for everyone, alive and departed.
Enough about us, let's get the show started.
Now let's get down and dirty with the triumvirate.
Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from ESB Brewing, located here in a very, very rainy, flooded Tampa, Florida. 333 North Falkenberg Road, Suite D, 407. 15 different beers to choose from, many of which are new. We have the ITJ behind the bar to serve you if you want to show up and brave the elements. What does the ITJ stand for, you ask? The illustrious TJ, also known as the Dark Lord of Something Poured. We are the Triumvirate. Ben Charles, Miguel Hito, Reverend Joey T.
That's me.
And our producer extraordinaire, the WCW himself, the wily Chris Wiles.
Hey.
All hanging out before you on a Friday evening, trying to entertain and running a little bit behind because of the combination of elements and technology. They are not kind to us.
No, we're tardy, and I don't have a pass.
Now, if you want to call in, you want to be a part of the show, you can do so. 813-NEW-TALK is the number to call. You want to be a fan of the show, go to Facebook and like us there, facebook.com/the Cranial Emissions Network, like the brewery as well, facebook.com/ESB Brewing Company.
Don't forget Twitter, @CranialE and @M1K3Y813. That's me. Get at me.
Knew that was coming. Now, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. We're also, one of our members of our entourage is the one, the only, the elusively short Sancho Sanchez.
Sancho, hello, how are you?
Do you feel better now that we intro you into the monologue?
Yes, I'm on testosterone.
Does it make you feel better?
Yes.
Oh yeah, and then Joey's reminding me, by the way, we have to thank our sponsor.
Okay.
I saw you
Did you
puffing
get that?
away
No,
there.
the
Yes.
cigarettes.
Thank our sponsor,
yeah.
Magic Puff e-cigs. We're still getting used to that. It's good, it's a new thing for us to actually have a sponsor. So other
Well, the last sponsor you had was like a 12-step thing, right?
Exactly, and I was in DACO,
This is a new experience.
So
for
thank
us
you to
all.
Magic Puff e-cigarettes, our buddy Sam, who has been bold enough to sponsor this show. If you're trying to quit smoking and you want to get hooked on something else, then go to Magic Puff.
No, it's the same thing. It's just nicotine in a different form.
In the vapor form.
Vapor form, yes.
But supposedly it's healthier for you.
That's what they say.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Okay.
Now, one of the events I want to bring up as well, I want to tease, is the Brews with Attitudes event. Ooh. We're only now 2 weeks removed from this. This 2 upcoming Tuesdays from now, May 15th at Pepin, will be the Brews with Attitudes event. It's something you don't want to miss. A bunch of different craft brews here from the local area, all getting together to pour out their samples for you. So that's something you want to buy tickets for. It's going to be a fun time.
Since we're talking about events, you want me to knock this O'Brien's event out real
Go
quick?
ahead, go
Okay. Tomorrow, Saturday, it'll be the 3rd annual Ducky Derby.
Ducky Derby?
At O'Brien's there on Lumsden and Kings on the corner. And it's a benefit for Moffitt Cancer Center. It's going to be from 4 to 8. And you could buy a little tiny plastic duck, like a duck you'd find in your tub.
Yeah, a rubber ducky.
For $5, and you race it, and there's all kinds of prizes. Like if you win the whole thing, like if your duck happens to come in first, then you could win a 2-boat fishing charter as the main prize. And the second prize is a bonefish excursion for 8 all the way to Bonefish, everything included, and everybody gets 2 drinks. And then there's a kids division. Where you could win 4 passes to Laurie Park Zoo. Corporates, you could buy a duck for $100, and then if you win the corporate one, then your whole all your employees get a happy hour for an hour, including everything at.
Now, if you won, would you bring the duck with you?
Yeah, you can bring your, but it has to be a little one. It's a little tiny.
Oh, you can bring your own duck.
Yeah, I think you have to buy them from them, and you can take it home and paint it. But it's tomorrow, so Jello shots, raffles, and all the proceeds go to Moffitt Cancer Center. And the Grand Marshal is Mr. Tony Martin, one of the owners there.
It's a good cause, and we know Tony. We've been hanging out at that place for a long time now, and so
and good Mr. Sean Rice. He's a good man, and all the guys over there. So
that's something you want to check out if you
job,
get a chance. Now,
Ducky Derby.
Before we get into the rest of the show, we've got a lot to talk about. All kinds of different stories. Obviously, we have our usual assortment of sports and oddities that we'd like to talk about. But this is an action-packed show. Very excited about the fact that we are actually going to be joined by Mr. POTUS himself.
Pontus.
No, POTUS, not
POTUS,
Pontus.
dude.
POTUS, President of the United States.
There's no N in there, dude.
Barack Obama. He is supposed to be joining us
I thought you
today.
said POTUS
I believe that we
said
should be
Pontus,
getting a
not
phone
Pontus.
call from former President Bill Clinton as well. And, Bill Clinton's been a friend of the show for a long time. He has various products that he's promoting. That's one of the reasons why he wants to call, because he's been a long-time sponsor of this show.
Yes.
We're also going to be joined by Felix Cow. When you talk about sponsors of the show, no bigger sponsor than the superfan himself, Felix Cow III. He'll be in for another edition of the Movie Quote Challenge.
Movie Buff Challenge.
Movie Buff Challenge. Exactly.
Ben.
Oh, sorry. And we got to follow up with all the drama. I mean, Joe, you dropped a bomb last week on Lou Bob.
I dropped a couple this week, actually. We're talking about. I thought you were talking about.
But I got a feeling, I wouldn't be surprised if you see some kind of reprisal from Lou Bob. I haven't spoken to him about this, but he's not a guy to just let things go.
Ben, what do I got to be scared about? He's living on my property.
He is, so you kind of got him by the balls.
Yeah, what's he going to do?
Right, I don't know that he's going to be able to do much at all.
It's
Jesus Julio just wants to sit in and listen on the headphones. He wants to be able to be on.
Tell that guy hi.
Hey.
You realize you're going to have to get up in a second because we're going to have Mr. Booth.
Yeah, that seat's taken.
It's okay. Let the aura just bleed onto us for a better show.
But other drama going on as well. I mean, you look at last week, and Sancho, I don't want to make you upset, but last week the confrontation between you and your soon-to-be ex-wife. Your soon-to-be ex-wife, Gloria.
Yes.
But I'd be careful how you speak about her, because that is Joe's sister.
No, he knows.
It doesn't offend you, Joe? You're not mad? Or
How
do you feel about it?
She's a horrible person.
She's finally, I think, she's kind of pushed the envelope a little bit. I think she finally went over the edge. And I got to be honest, man, I got Sancho living out of my house, too. So,
I want my dog.
we're doing it 3 men and no little babies.
Yeah, the rumor is now, and you can correct us if we're wrong, Sancho, but I understand you're now staying in Lou Bob's fifth wheel, which happens to be temporarily parked in Joe's backyard.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a tent. Lou Bob didn't let him move in. He's allowed to come in when it rains, but otherwise than that, he's got a nice little canvas tent outside.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it? That's your living arrangements right now?
I just want my dog, Snake Plissken.
Well, I believe we'll get into that a little bit later, so just hang on. We're going to talk to you about your dog in a little bit. I understand you've also been seeking legal representation on this.
Yes, and hopefully that'll, yeah.
Yeah, so good luck to you on
We've
that,
been
I
working
guess.
on it
I
for
don't
him.
think you're going to be doing too well on that. But before we get into the show, we're going to start the show like we do every program, ladies and gentlemen, you craniacs out there, and that is with the beer call. That's facts of life.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
What's up, Tootie? What's going on? I'm sorry calling you Tootie.
Oh, to call me Tootie or Joe.
Come on, Miggy.
Hey, what's up?
Miggy.
Girls.
I knew you had it in you. I was waiting for the Mrs. Garrett.
That was nice. That was good.
I knew you had it in you. But yeah, I mean, this is a beer call. So what is everybody drinking tonight? Joe, it looks like your glass is a little low, but what are you going with right now?
I got the buckwheat Saison.
The buckwheat.
The buckwheat?
No, not buckwheat. Just
buckwheat.
Buckwheat.
How's it taste? You better not say ote.
Yeah, well, you kind of stole my thunder there, buddy. Thank you very much,
Dude,
man.
we've been stealing. We stole jokes.
I
from
know.
you
I was
last
going
night
from.
and
I was going with ote. So I'm gonna say. No, I really liked it. I like the Saison, and I like saying it too. It's kind of fun.
The Saison.
Makes me feel
So
intelligent.
it's the buckwheat saison.
Ote. No. Anyway. Yes.
Ote.
Yeah, whatever. Moving on. I'm enjoying it.
I'm having the
tremendously.
pieces of 8 Citra, which you know I've taken to. I don't like IPAs, and this is one that I've really taken to.
Wow.
So we have to push Bobby, the magnanimous Bobby, Francis. I'm looking at you over there. To get this sucker on the market because I know it's going to be one of your biggest sellers.
We know
Biggest
Bobby's
seller.
not the biggest fan of the Pieces of 8 Citra, but that's actually one of my favorite beers that you guys make. Love the
The
Citra
Citra
version.
really ties it all together.
It is. It really does.
And it
Gives it that
softens
nice,
that bitterness and the bite that it has.
the dry finish at the end.
Oh, the dry
Yeah.
finish. I usually like a wet finish, but dry finish it works just the same.
I'm going with the. Speaking of a wet finish, I'm going with the Kumquat Wit Saison.
You had me at quat.
You know, I keep asking
I thought I was gonna
ITJ.
say-
I keep asking TJ for some of his kumquat, and I feel kind of dirty for asking.
Yeah, well,
but it gives me
He's
pleasure.
gi-
that's
he's-
probably something that's going on in your own
He's
head.
giving you that blinding come hither stare.
Oh,
Now, speaking of dirty, how dirty did the appearance get with Mama J and Mama K on
Oh,
their
my
show last
God.
night? If you listeners out there, when you check out our show, do yourself a favor. Go to talkwadstudios.com and look up, what's the show called? Late Night with Mama
No,
J?
Late Enough.
Late Enough? Is that what it is, Chris?
For what?
To watch our
No, I
archive
know. I'm
there.
saying
'cause-
what's late enough for? I'm saying she's.
Well, she said it was risque, and well,
that-
obviously, you know, my risque goes a little bit, well,
Yeah, you
a
went.
hell of a lot farther than Mama's risque. Even though it was fun, we had a blast. I had a damn good time. We laughed the whole time.
Yeah, I had a good time too.
We almost kind of strong-armed her show. We kind of took it over.
You should apologize. I think.
No, I did. I
No,
called
but
her.
you should do it now so that everybody.
Did you
knows.
actually reach out to her and
No,
apologize?
I did. I said, Mama J, I hope we didn't bogart your show too much. She's like, no, we had a blast. We had a lot of fun, and she was very professional, and you know, Mama K was on there too. We had a blast, dude.
You know what? I really wish
We
I would have
really-
made a Men in Black reference last night.
I know.
You know, Mama J, Mama K. I'm like, what's going on, Agent K, Agent J? Maybe they're working for the government.
I don't know about you guys, but when I walked out of there, and this sounds so cliche, but it was true. When I walked out of there, my belly hurt from laughing
Your
as
belly?
much as we were. I mean, I don't know about you, but I was short on breath because it was an hour show.
Not because you smoked cigarettes.
And not because of the emphysema, no. But we started laughing literally 10, 15 minutes before the show started and never stopped, even going into 10, 15 minutes outside of the show. It was just nonstop laughter.
And then we were re-listening to the show on the way home laughing. So we
Yeah,
laughed
laughing our asses off,
15
yeah.
minutes before we got there with assistance, and then 50, all the way through the show, and then all the way home.
Now, let's go ahead and bring Mr. Francis Booth in here because he's been waiting long enough. He's standing
As
over
those
there, leaning against the wall.
Francis Booth!
In this corner, weighing in.
He's so frenetic that he's
195.
multitasking with the smartphone against the wall. And
Very multi.
so we got to get his mic going here. And,
Good to see you, Francis. How you
Francis,
doing?
welcome to your own brewery.
This is like your third week in a row, dude, and I'm stoked about that because you are knowledgeable.
Able?
You know that?
Knowledge able.
He's got the ability of
He's-
knowledge, big time.
He's able to know things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, I don't.
First, he started off with the horse sweat.
Be careful about trying to follow Miggy's logic, Chris. Yes.
I go fruity little scenarios in the nut all the time. You gotta
So
watch
what are we gonna talk about? I mean, I'd like to talk about the Saison. I don't believe we discussed.
Well, we got a little bit into the buckwheat saison last
Did we?
week, but now you have the kumquat saison, and you told us what that wasn't it true that you said with that buckwheat saison that it was one of those beers that was sitting in the back of the cooler? No, was it the Ragnar's?
No, this
or
is
was it the
the buck-
buckwheat that you forgot about like a year ago?
It was over a year old.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
It was kind of
Just like
Viking-esque. It definitely had the Viking.
And how long ago did you make that saison? I mean, how long was that saison sitting there fermenting?
That one might be a year old also.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then now you have this twist on it, the kumquat saison.
Yeah, actually, that one's pretty cool. There's another home brewer in the area with the Tampa Bay Brewing Homebrew Club. I forget the guy's name right now.
That's all right.
Fortunately, it's in a magazine. I'd plug his name if I remember it, but I have short attention and memory spans. So anyway, I was at the produce market. They had a whole bunch of kumquats, and I was like, "Yep, I'm going to buy that. That's going into beer."
So is that put in during your secondary?
Yeah, we did. We did that in secondary. Actually, good
somebody
thing,
went
yeah.
to beer school.
Somebody did.
Yeah.
Paid attention a little bit. There, took some notes even.
Yeah, Leslie, I said, hey, Leslie, here's like 10 pounds of kumquats. Brew as much beer as you can and shove this in there, and surprised me. So,
Worked out really well, actually.
Yeah.
It's got a sweetness and a bitterness, a sourness to it.
It's I like it. It's got a nice. If kumquats are hard to get, they don't grow all year round, and also those
There's
trees.
like little.
They're like
oranges,
yay big,
right?
almost
Right.
the size of an olive.
Yeah, you
It's
got to
almost like
use a
little-
ton of them. I
This is
imagine.
almost like a little apricot with a big nut in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many of those, Francis, did you have to use to get that kind of flavor in the beer?
10 pounds.
I think we split it in half. So there was 10 pounds, so we used 5 pounds in this 10-gallon batch and 5 pounds in another 10-gallon batch.
Nice.
And so there's another one coming out after this. It's a Kolsch, which is a German, almost lagerish kind of beer there. So that one's going to be real nice too. I'm kind of lucky, so I'm busy working on some other stuff. And then Leslie comes by and goes, here, taste this. And I don't even know what it is. I'm like,
Now, Francis is speaking, of course, of the brew mistress extraordinaire. If you're new to the show, Leslie, the lovely.
Leslie,
Yes.
my favorite. You know, Leslie, I am going to write a song for you
Are
very
you?
soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now that you're single.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been actually
Maybe
working.
doing some poems, maybe a limerick or a haiku.
Well, you know how I have the
You
studio.
know limericks and haiku. You're English.
575.
Yes, that's true. That is the
That is very good.
that is the stanza that you use for haiku in Spanish. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, very good. But yeah, since we've been out, I have my studio at the house for the band, right? Well, him and Lubob, we're putting together something. Lubob's
Really?
on drums, yeah. I've been
Okay.
playing guitar and Sancho singing.
It's going to be like Partridge Family.
Well, not really. There's no
You drive a bus, the fifth
there's no
wheel is
Reuben
like
Kincaid,
bus.
but there's no Reuben Kincaid.
Are you guys planning
Danny
on?
Partridge.
No.
Is this a band that entertains at Special Olympics events, or is this?
No,
No,
this is
band behave.
this is for
inappropriate.
we're doing it for the show, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're doing it so we can.
I
get
don't
some-
remember being consulted about
No,
whether we were going to do this for the
we knew
show.
you'd say no, so we decided just to go.
I was overruled.
Yeah, the end round. We did an end round already.
Bang.
Yes. Yes.
Another
Sancho.
company has told me they want to do a commercial.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's called horchata. It's like Gatorade, but it's made with horchata.
Did he?
What's
What?
horchata?
He said horchata. It's like, hey, Sancho, what is that?
It's a drink for my country. It's horchata. It's horchata and in Gatorade.
Okay. Yeah. I'm
right,
not
all
sure
right.
I'm familiar, and I'm not sure I want to know. But one drink I did want to talk to you about tonight, Francis, is because we're really running late on time on this one already. But one thing I wanted to get into was alcohol. Did you see? Now you're no stranger to the legislature and the adversity you have to face. As of today, I understand the Florida legislature was defeated in their attempt to try to squash you guys and the other craft brewers out there.
Oh, they beat it?
Which, by the way,
just never got brought
okay,
up.
Senator Kelly Stargel, I believe that's her name. Is that correct?
Sturgeon.
Sturgeon. No, I think it's Stargel.
I will
actually.
eat your egg.
Kelly
No?
with an I, Stargel. If you ever watch this, don't you dare have the arrogance to refer to yourself as the parent of an industry, of any kind of
You need to be the
industry,
parent of the
and to say
government.
that she actually, when she was
She's my
interviewed,
mom, sorry.
said that she knew what
Piss
was
on her.
best for the rest of us. The arrogance of some of these politicians. So, yeah, that was defeated.
Well, she has fallopian tubes.
Yeah, so I guess that means she knows best, but
I mean,
know.
she knows nothing.
But,
no.
but alcohol,
Lord.
alcohol was defeated by the FDA. This was a powdered substance, a powdered alcohol you could combine with water, and boom, you've got instant rum, vodka. I believe there was a couple other cocktails as well.
Cosmopolitans,
Yeah,
caramel
exactly.
apple tea.
So this was a good
Rum
way to
Runner.
sneak stuff into restaurants
Stadiums.
and stuff. It sounds
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I thought it was
sounded like a
it was
lot
the
of fun.
perfect thing for sporting events. You take a little pouch in, go in there, get some water, and boom, you got liquor.
Honestly, I think it sounded pretty awesome.
Yeah, I put it on my eggs and toast.
Yeah, dude.
Instead of
That makes
salt,
it-
there you go.
I love fish and grits and alcohol. Gonna get up and all of y'all. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know, in retrospect, it dried up outside. Maybe we should have hooked the PA. up
Yeah,
there.
we should have.
No, it's still raining, man.
I don't know. It gets a little moist.
Right.
Oh, hello.
Yes,
What's
I
up,
saw that
guys?
alcohol stuff. I was like,
It's so
how do they
sketchy.
dry out the alcohol that much? It must be like a styrofoam or something with alcohol.
They have
mixed
to do
with
some
it.
sketchy stuff.
I mean,
with it,
I
man.
can't imagine that it's quality alcohol, but at the
Oh,
end of
no.
the day, if you're trying to get drunk for cheap,
Yeah.
It's like those little packets you get in the plastic pouches, and you drink them, and you get the worst hangover in history.
Yeah, we used to find those on the floor of the pub when I worked there. we go up and the people be like, it's at a bar, so obviously you're not supposed to be bringing your own alcohol in. And we walk up to clean up the thing afterwards. Be all these little packages of like liquor, like rum, and then
I bet it was Sneakers' fault. Hopefully, Sneakers, if you're gonna be listening, I bet it's your fault.
It could have been. We're investigation's still ongoing.
Now, Francis, you were here. We might as well just take you through the rest of this segment because we've only got a couple minutes left, and I have to get into this before because I know, Sancho, you've got something that you want to get off your chest. You're very stressed about this. I understand that originally you were threatening to seek out counsel from Barry Cohen, I believe it was.
Now
but
he's very busy.
Yeah, no kidding. He's very busy. He's like one of the most powerful attorneys in Tampa, Sancho.
Yeah.
Yes, I just want my dog. I called Steve Bartlett.
Okay, so you have a new attorney now.
I'm trying to get Steve Bartlett to call and what do you call it between people?
Litigate?
Yes. No way.
Mediate?
Yes, mediation.
Okay, so you're trying to arrange a mediation with your ex-whore of a wife, Gloria, to get your dog back.
Yes.
Actually, she's still a whore.
Yeah,
she's a whore of an ex-wife.
I'm sorry, ex-wife, that's a whore.
She's clap.
I'm sorry, sometimes I get the language.
She's clap having Jezebel.
Yes.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's how you say
He
it.
said clap having Jezebel.
He did say that.
Ooh.
All right.
Yes.
She probably.
I just want my snake.
So what did Steve Bartlett say though? What did he say? Is you got a case or?
Did you put the picture up there?
Well, I was curious, Sancho. What kind of dog is it?
It's a Jack Russell Terrier.
There he is.
There's my dog.
Oh, he's cute.
You see, he has one eye patch like Snake Plissken.
Yes, he does, man. I see why you named him that. That's good.
Yes.
Do you have a case? Are you going to be able to get your dog back? What do you think?
He thinks I got case. He did a case with emu one time.
With an emu?
With an emu.
With the emu.
Okay, and was he able? It was a custody battle for an emu.
No, they said he's been inappropriately treated and he was giving it to reach around and everything.
Okay.
He'll tell you he called in.
Okay, so we're gonna have
maybe next week.
I guess really.
Yes.
Okay, I'd look forward to that. Actually, if you can actually find an attorney to take this case, I definitely want him to call into the Cranial Mission Show.
It's almost another wrongful deportation case.
It
very
is.
Well is. Yeah, he's an American dog, right?
My dog is in hostile territory.
He is.
Yes.
As far as you know, because Gloria did say.
My dog is in Vietnam.
Well, no, you don't even know that he is because your ex-wife, soon-to-be ex-wife, said that she put him in the mail and put holes in the box. First of all, you don't even know if she actually did send them off.
Right.
And if she did, I suspect Sarah McLachlan is on the case as we speak.
Yes, playing
piano. In the arms of an angel.
Are you singing Sarah McLachlan now?
From here. Yes.
Yes. Oh.
I know the song, the dogs, and you look at it, you feel bad.
Don't ever do that again.
Oh.
I liked it. It was a good job.
That was horrible.
That damn commercial, every time it comes on during South Park or something, it's like, oh my God, no.
Every time that comes on, I go pet my dogs.
It's either that or Vagisil.
I do. I walk over, I'm like, you guys are so lucky. Watch this. I make my dogs watch it.
What's it with South
I'm like,
Park?
see, well, I don't know, but they probably.
They play either that or the Vagisil commercials. It's like, you're really nailing your demographic here, folks.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we are up against it, okay? So
Already?
for all you out there that are listening, stay with us.
Wait.
We'll be right back after this commercial.
We
Francis,
want to thank the
thank you so
Francis
much.
Booth.
Well, I was getting there.
Thanks, guys.
I'm just making sure. Usually
Well,
you're
that's
wrapping
good.
up. Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you for joining us. Thank you for having us here in the brewery.
Of course, anytime.
And for you out there listening, stay with us. We'll be right back.
First, there was 5-hour energy, and then there was 6. Now you can get a continuous 48 hours of energy because cardiac arrest is taking energy drinks to a whole new level.
Just one bottle has kept me up for days!
Cardiac arrest contains a formula that was once only available to Chinese military personnel.
You don't get that rundown feeling because you're never gonna come down!
Cardiac arrest is making dieting a thing of the past.
Don't worry about the calories because you're never gonna feel hungry!
Cardiac arrest is gonna get your motor running.
My bowels have been empty for weeks and I feel great!
Look for cardiac arrest energy drinks at a flea market or fireworks stand near you.
Well, Andrew, you've lived a pretty good life, it seems. Let's just take a look. No murder, no adultery, no stealing, not even as a child. Very impressive.
Well, thank you, sir.
In this new age, you have to be accountable in all facets of your life.
Well, what else is there?
It is time to check your browser history.
A dirty browser history may keep you out of heaven, but don't let it ruin your legacy here on Earth. At Legacy Lock, we believe your secrets are no one's business but yours, even in death. Our patented heart monitor notifies operators the moment of your passing within minutes, so Legacy Lock teams can swarm on your home and office, removing any embarrassing material. We don't like to divulge our trade secrets, but you'll rest assured we'll be in and out, and no one will know. You're going to die. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Call Legacy Lock, and your cookies won't crumble you.
This is Bill Clinton. When I come back from making my rounds in Harlem, there's nothing more than I like to do than wash my balls, grab a glass of wine, and put on a little BET for the booty, and listen to the Cranial Mission Show with Ben Charles, Joey Needles, and Miguel Hito.
Welcome back to the Cranial Mission Show, folks. The second segment of the program. If you want to call in, you want to be a part of the show, you can do so. 813-NEW-TALK is the number. 813-NEW-TALK. We are broadcasting to you live from ESB Brewing, located here in rainy Tampa, Florida. 333 North Falkenberg Road, Suite D, 407, the Triumvirate before you. Thank you, Sancho. And, you know, there's a lot going on tonight. We're going to be joined a little later in the program by President Barack Obama. I'm excited about this. President Bill Clinton, former president, is supposed to be calling in. Now that the rain subsided, for those that are outside, I think they're trying to set up the PA to get the sound going out there.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully we can get that going on. If you want to like the program, if you're a friend of the show and you haven't done so yet, go to facebook.com/The Cranial Missions Network and like that page. And Chris, we're going to get into something here that we like to get into every couple of weeks, known as the police blotter. This is where we break down different crimes that have been going on around the country. So we're going to go ahead and jump in after. We're going to skip that. We're going to go ahead and jump in and go right into the police blotter stuff here. So go ahead and cue the music.
Guilty as hell.
Yeah. Welcome to the police blotter segment of the show. And we start with a story that this was an ongoing thing. And Maggie, this was very interesting. You brought this up a couple weeks ago. It's a little bit of an older story, but they wound up catching the culprit behind it.
What's that? We have our UK correspondent online.
Yeah, this story's right out of the UK. There was a guy who's running around slashing tyres for about 6 whole months.
6 months of slashing tires.
Right on the same block.
Okay.
Every day a tyre will be slashed, right? So, after a while, they got the CCTV's cameras up and working.
Right.
And they found out it was a border collie nibbling at the tyres.
A
draining them out.
A dog.
A dog.
Nibbling at the tires.
You like dogs?
That's crazy, man. Did they get him on video camera, you see?
Oh, we lost the feed. Well, I'll have to continue this.
Is that Joe? Is that your British accent?
No, that was somebody else.
Was that really? Because there's a video camera that substantiates who that was. And
No.
No, it's really hard to see my lips moving with the thing in the way, actually. So I think we're good to go. But so what happened, dude? So it was a border collie.
So
nibbling
it
at the
turned out for
tires,
6 months the locals have lived in fear that somebody, nobody knew where the dog was going to come next, where the hoodlum was going to come next. And it turned out it was a border collie. And a CCTV camera actually caught the dog. Do you have that photo up? Can you make that photo real big for me, Chris?
He's got it up.
Do you know what's funny about that?
He's trying to do a bunch of things at once. We're actually trying to get the PA hooked up right
that's
now.
all right.
Well.
That's all right.
You know how
You get the idea. The dog was nibbling at the tires and popping holes in them, and they would drain out overnight.
But you know what's funny about that is, you know how many teenage kids in that neighborhood got dirty looks from people?
Yeah, dude.
Because you know there's like one hoodlum kid in there. He's probably into some old Cure music. He's got his face painted, little emo. And everybody's like, I bet you it was Darren. Darren did it. Look at him.
I'm goth, not emo.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know. I mean,
it's like South Park.
Yeah, man.
They don't know, but I'm telling you, somebody got nabbed on that, and there was definitely a lot of indecision around the neighborhood, and
I mean, you've seen dogs that chase cars. What the hell did this dog have against tires?
Well,
what prompted the dog to want to slash all these tires?
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe you ever notice how dogs like to pee on tires, because all dogs do.
Yeah.
Like every time I come home from being anywhere, first thing my dogs do is run up and sniff my tires, because for some reason dogs like to pee on tires. So maybe he was sniffing the pee and was trying to get through to it. I don't know.
Well, the guy, Mr. Morgan, was quoted.
She's the most obedient and affectionate dog we've ever had. It's just shocking to hear this terrible news, huh?
I mean, you look at an animal and you consider that a dumb criminal, but you look at certain humans and they don't get away with things at all because of how stupid they are. Case in point, this other story that Miggy had, and I found this interesting. I think this took place, in Austria, I believe?
Yeah, it's out of Vienna, Austria. This the Germans, out of Germany, there's a guy in Germany who...
the Germans out of Germany?
No, yes, thank you.
Where else would they be from?
Well, there's Germans in Austria also. And Germans in the United States. I'm just...
Yeah, people are allowed to move, I think.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
Germans. That's like we were talking earlier. I'm going to go to Mexico to get Mexican food. Where it was just food. Anyway,
moving on.
So in Salzburg, Austria, a 59-year-old man had walked into the police station. This dumbass goes, well, I just wanted to check if they had anything on me. So it turned out this guy had a warrant from Germany for fraud and embezzlement, and the cops are just like, wow, we're going to take this idiot in. So
Wow.
they ended up arresting the guy for fraud
So he
and
thought he could
embezzlement.
walk in like it's a bank and check his credit score?
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. What a dumbass, man. I tell you something. This is definitely the year of dumb criminals.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. And in Florida, you usually see a lot of dumb cases. But
Yeah,
this
we
was-
got tons here.
But this is one of my favorites. We had a guy. Look, if you're going to get arrested and you have a name that is already dubious, then go for the gusto, particularly if your last name is Cocaine. I'm speaking of Edward Cocaine.
Eddie Coke? Yeah, I know him.
Who was arrested.
Yeah, we hang.
You know Eddie Coke? You're friends
Yeah,
with him?
we're down, yeah.
A good kid in the neighborhood?
That's how you say, Michael Caine's name. All you just have to say is, I want my cocaine. I want, and you're going to say it with an English accent, I want my cocaine.
Well, Edward Cocaine, he was a 34-year-old Fort Lauderdale resident.
That's
And
his brother.
He was collared Tuesday evening, this past Tuesday. A lot of feedback going there. He was collared.
That was the wrong hole, guys.
This Tuesday, as a 34-year-old Fort Lauderdale resident, cop pulls over his car, and they notice that he's driving a little fishy. Now, you think with a name like Edward Cocaine,
that's entrapment.
that they're really gonna. Well, you think they're gonna pop him for a lot, but
Was
all
Ryan
they found.
Malone with him by chance?
But all they found were 2 Xanax pills. Out of the whole thing.
So his name should have been.
Boo.
So yeah, talk about a lackluster
That
effort.
was a very anticlimactic
Yeah, I mean, if
story.
your last name is Cocaine, you got to go for the gusto. But
Right? You better have a pound or a kilo on you or whatever they call it.
Well, it's probably better that he doesn't with the name. I'm saying, like, if I pulled a go guy's names, I'd be like, hey, what do you...
Mr. Cocaine,
Is this like the
you're
family...
here for
Is this the
coke.
family business or something? You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know. Anyway.
That's kind of a bummer. But you know what? It leads into this next one.
It does.
And this one's actually funny because all this guy wanted to do was take a day off of work.
Yeah, man. We all need a day off sometimes. We work hard, you know. And
Oh
sometimes...
my gosh! You know what I just realized?
What?
What's that?
31-year-old Dwayne A. Yeager of Brandon, Florida.
Yeah, it's one of our boys. Yeah.
Wow, this is on our doorstep, man.
Local guy.
Wow, we need to get him on the air.
Yeah, he probably won't want to talk.
So Dwayne allegedly he staged a break-in at his house so he wouldn't have to show up for work.
Thanks, man.
Thanks to the double
on,
C,
brother.
by the way.
Right.
C squared over there, Caleb
job,
Christie.
C-squared.
This dumbass called and my door's open, my window to my son's bedroom's wide open, and he said that they called the police, and which was played to Bay News 9, of course,
Right.
the old Bay News 9, and he described a white kind of little Honda Civic pulling away, and it had like a black fender.
Black
So he
Fender.
staged a break-in to his home.
Was there a one-armed man?
Yeah.
Just because he wanted to get out of work.
Yeah, and then eventually, he said that he admitted to ransacking the home, and so that's.
So he ransacked his own home.
Yep.
To show that it was a break-in. It sounds to me like wouldn't that be more work than actually just going
That's
to
exactly what
work?
I was thinking. It's like because then you're gonna have to deal with that for the whole day.
Well, no, here's my question, though.
Well, you got to clean it up afterwards,
Exactly.
Right, but with his house, he probably had a couple kids. It was probably ransacked to begin with. But my question is, did he wake up late for work and then was like, "Oh crap, dude, I missed work. I gotta make a break in kind of thing," or was he just this was the plan? Like he woke up and was like, "Man, I don't feel like going." Like was he up on time and just was like, "I want to hit snooze"? Because I woke up late for work and that's an interesting time in your life when you're like you wake right up, you're not at full consciousness yet you know you're late. You see the clock, so you're trying to come to. But you're coming up already starting to make up some excuses in your head because you're going to see your boss in an hour and you're going to be 15 minutes late. So, yeah, I've come up with some good ones. Man, my both of my grandparents have died at least 15 times. My parents, yeah, dude.
Not with the same job though. I'm assuming.
No. Yeah, they're
obviously not keeping track.
No. Actually, my last job I've only called.
You know what? I gotta admit, I was bad about that too in my 20s. And you know what? I started to feel bad after a while.
Well, you could just say that you had your parents divorced many, many times, and so you have a whole lot of grandparents.
I would assume they. Well,
you know what I used to use recently?
I mean, you'd have to have a lot of steps.
I would make up things about
grandparents,
fake pets. You know? I'd be like, I had to take my dog to the vet. That's a great one.
That one doesn't really work in the workplace though. It has to be a human being for them to count.
No. If your dog's dying,
unless Sarah McLaughlin's hiring you, it does not count.
Well, his name was Steve McLaughlin, so it might have been his sister. But my point is they look at it and you're like, you just look like a really good guy. And who's going to tell you you're going to let your dog die? You know what I'm saying? You're like, look,
my dog's going to die, man. I got to go.
Yeah. I work.
But yeah, you know,
and there's no doctor's notes. There's no paper trail.
There's a rarity where I don't show up for work. I'm actually really good at calling in. There's only been a couple of times.
You work for yourself.
Well, no. In my past, when I was a chef for a long time, one time, this is back when we used to party quite a bit. I came into work so up. I was wasted.
I got you beat.
And it was during Christmas time, which was really good. So my partner vouched for me, and he did, the most of the heavy lifting. But he looked at me and he's like, "Dude,
I got you beat so bad I can't even tell the story on the air. I got the worst story ever in that. And I'll tell you guys.
Shit your pants? Ooh.
No. I'll tell you guys about it during the break, and you can tell me what we can talk about on the air because it's pretty. I don't want to get too controversial.
Now, one of the stories that I thought was interesting is another break-in. Going from one break-in to another, you hear about a man that decided to break into a massage parlor.
Oh, this is one of my favorites.
It wasn't to get a rub and tug. It was for a much different reason. You would think he was trying to find the enchanted pot of gold that the Asian ladies hide inside the massage parlor. It can be magic.
Therapeutic
if you pay enough money, it can be magic.
Is there gold in there, really?
Jew gold.
Well, no. If the Jews own it, then there is.
Okay, all right, cool. All right.
And we could say that because Ben is Jewish, and he said we could.
Oy vey.
And you can reach him at 183 Jew Talk.
No, it's New Talk.
Oh, New Talk. I'm sorry. It was something like that.
You were just one number off, though.
I really don't appreciate these anti-Semitic terms. God.
That's not
Anyways, so this 19-year-old Notre Dame student, Brandon McCurran, was arrested, and he used a flower pot to break into Therapeutic Indulgence Massage Parlor.
Sounds good.
In South Bend, Indiana. And according to the owners, the guy had crawled through the hole he made in the stained glass window, which, stained glass, that's not some cheap stuff.
No, he ruined some stained glass.
Exactly.
Right.
Then he grabbed a hammer and pounded his way through the wall.
Through like a cinder block wall?
It was crazy. Like, what would make you think, okay, I'm going to break this window, I'm going to crawl through this hole, I'm going to get in there.
Well, I'm thinking there's gold on the other side.
I'm going to go in there, I'm going to break some lamps, mirrors, furniture, spa equipment, before spraying a fire extinguisher, and that's where things got messy.
So this guy was like a tunnel rat. It was like what was that character in Hogan's Heroes? What was the character that dug through the tunnels?
The Scottish guy. It was played by Richard Dawson. He was played
exactly. Yeah. So he was like the
the
tunnel rat
right.
That's digging through.
That was good.
Wow. You're really good at recalling the TV theme songs.
Yeah,
certainly. But so he's like the Richard Dawson of the massage parlor.
Exactly. So, but this was
except he's not trying to escape a concentration camp. He's trying to break into a massage parlor.
It went a little crazy, and that's where things got messy. Is in the kitchen, where he went through.
That's nuts.
Half a box of Hot Pockets.
So you know why? He burned a lot of calories, dude. You break through a wall, you smash glass, you're hungry by the time you get there.
And the only reason he got caught is because he was cooking up some macaroni and cheese in the antique-style oven, and he passed out eating a drumstick on the table when the mac and cheese was on fire.
So he was hammered.
He was
wasted.
Yeah, okay.
So he had like some kind of junk food gasm, and then passed out in like a post-coitus. Like a little fetal position
he blew
after eating.
He blew a .106.
Okay, here's what went down. I think
he was going down.
I think I got.
And he was also smoking that fake weed too. So
and I think that had more to do with it than the. I think the munchies certainly had more to do with that.
But here's what I think. I think he was probably a regular at said massage.
Rub Palace.
Therapeutic
indulgence.
Therapeutic indulgence.
That's what
Is there any other kind? Anyway,
that's what it was called.
Anyway, I think he was a regular, and he probably felt like what happened, his girlfriend found out. She kicked him out of the house, and he was like, I'm going back to stay there. And they got to have food in there. He was hungry, and he had a little bit of what? He had some fake weed.
Where's the rent money? I spent it at Mama's something hand job palace.
So she kicked him out, and he probably felt like
it was therapeutic indulgence.
My bad.
Maybe he was in love with Hot Pockets.
This segment sponsored by RubOneOut.com.
So I think I don't know. It's crazy. You think he just broke in there and was like, let's just take whatever I can get my hands on.
Maybe.
Right.
I mean, but you look at break-ins versus breakouts, and you think of prison. Prison is somewhere, obviously, you want to try to break out of.
Or jail.
But sometimes you hear cases of people trying to break in, and this story is interesting to me. I know, Joe, you're going to give us the details on this, but this is the second time now, and what amounts to about two months worth of police blotter stories, where we've had yet another prison break in.
It's interesting. I mean, why? I've spent a couple nights courtesy of several counties, and it's not a lot of fun, man. Not something I would ever want to go back to. Usually, when they let you out, you don't look back. This has actually happened in Colorado. A big sister. She was a sister of a young man who got arrested for a DUI.
Now, can you resist her?
You can resist her.
And one more question: Did red beans and rice miss her?
No, but you wish you'd never kissed her.
Okay.
How this went down was her name is Monique Armstrong, which I think is a pretty good porn star name. Really, she ought to really rethink the whole Monique Armstrong. I like it. Her brother got arrested for a DUI. He was an 18-year-old kid, and he was in the local jail in Colorado. And I guess they say this was the case involving drugs, not alcohol. So
did you really not turn your goddamn phone off?
He had some chiba on him or whatever. Thing is, the cops find this chick on the inside of the razor wire, and she's just like walking around the yard, and they're like, "What's up? What's going on? Who are you?" And she's got like obviously not the criminal attire on. She doesn't have her yard clothes on, if you will. And they're like, she's like, "Listen, you can keep me here, but let my younger brother go."
Let my people go.
Yeah, it was similar to that, but how does that work? I mean, I don't.
Well, it doesn't work.
It's about the Jewish plight.
It doesn't work, and it doesn't work to the tune of the end of the story, which I loved. Go ahead and fill him in on how it works.
He's trying. So they ended up giving her a criminal trespass and locking her in the jail. And the funny part about it is that her brother, who was only in there for about 8 hours, was released on bail like 5 minutes after she got out or something like that, dude. It was like
no. What state did this take place in?
Colorado.
Again? See, I was expecting that
She was high.
I was really thinking that this either took place in the Deep South or West Virginia, because I was thinking there was some kind of relationship that went beyond sibling level.
You're thinking this was love.
Well, because why did she's that desperate that as soon as he gets locked up, she's trying to break back in.
She's a cute chick too. Look at her, man.
So it was a break-in for a conjugal visit.
She's got a little cuteness to her. I don't know how thick she is downstairs, but you know.
You know what,
She's
Joe?
thick like morning
remind me not to ask you for whether you think a chick's hot
Hey,
or not.
come on, dude. Each his own, bro.
Dude, I'm getting older.
I mean, maybe she would look hot if you did just get out of a long prison stint.
I'd hit it. Hey, listen to me, Monique. Give me a call.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. And on that note, it is time to get into another quick commercial break. So for all you out there, we are running late on this show, but we will be joined very soon. One more segment after this, we'll be joined by POTUS himself, President of the United States of America, Barack Obama. So stay with us. We'll be right back after this commercial.
All right, man. ESB Brewing commercial, take one.
Hey, you want me to run bar for you? I am producer on great show at ESP on Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. o'clock, the Cranial Emission Show.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you mean the Cranial Emission Show.
Yes, that's what I said.
Okay. All right. Now, Sancho, we're going to run through this. We're going to get it right this time, okay?
Okay, yes.
Okay, now just read the copy I gave you, just like they wrote it.
Yes.
Okay. ESB Brewing commercial, take...
Hello, I'm Sancho.
No, hey, like I said, when I say take two.
I did. You said take two.
Look, just read the few lines they wrote for you, okay? And only about ESB and their amazing beer.
Can I talk about Leslie?
No. This commercial is just about the quality of ESB's beer.
But Leslie, she's so pretty and she make amazing beer.
All right. Take 5. Jimmy, get this guy in the ball, please. I can't believe this fucking bullshit. Why do we have to have a low fucking budget?
Sir?
What?
Your mic is still live.
Damn it!
Pardon our advertising. At ESB Brewing, we spend our money on beer.
Tough economy got you down? Are your money problems causing you marital issues? Unable to hide money spent at today's gentleman's club? Well, you don't have to be a gentleman to come to Gyrations. Gyrations dancers work on a barter system. We only hire single mothers whose homes are in utter disrepair. So if you're blue collar and you have a viable skill, labor leads to lap dances, and maybe more at Gyrations.
Gyrations.
My plumbing is all fouled up, and I need somebody to work my posthole diggers.
Do you want VIP treatment without sacrificing your kids' education? Well, don't take your tool belt off. Work yourself a deal at Gyrations.
Gyrations.
Models are all over the age of 18 except where identification is not present.
This is Admiral Akbar. You're listening to the Cranial Emission Show, but it's probably a trap.
Okay, hello, welcome back to the Cranial Emission Show. Where is every? Oh, there you, Joe.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Hey, you're back.
Yeah, we had a bit of emergency.
Yeah,
outside.
we're back. Yeah, we just make sure that.
Thanks, Sancho, for holding down the fort.
Oh, you're welcome.
You did a great job.
It's 15 different beers on ESB Brewery, the 333 Falkenberg Road, Sweet D.
Sweet D.
Wow, no.
There you go. We did a good job, man. Great
Yeah,
job. Great job.
Good job, buddy. Okay. So, you know, what
are we talking about?
I don't know, but this has been a kind of a crazy day. We get the rain coming in here pretty heavy, and we had to put the PA out there really late. With a lot of
I think it's going to get a little bit crazier because I think we got a call coming in.
We got a call.
Right now?
Yeah, I think he's on the line. Are you there?
Oh, it's about to get crazy, okay?
Oh,
it's about to get real crazy because you know what? Rubob's being clowned, and he ain't too happy about it, right?
Oh, jeez.
What happened, Lou Bob? What's wrong, man?
Don't be quiet, Joe.
What are you talking about, buddy? Come on, man.
Where'd
What?
Ben go?
You can't take a joke? He's out. He's outside trying to fix the PA right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was kind of ironic that it was Easter season because I kind of found a little Easter egg when I went to go back and listen to the Cranial Emission Show from last week, Friday from 7 to 9, by the way.
Yeah, what happened? I don't know what you're talking about. Did you hear something funny on the show?
Oh, no, you know damn well what I'm talking about. Goddamn, boy, you trying to embarrass me?
Well, I don't think I am. I think you embarrassed
All
yourself.
right, at least we didn't show the video, dude.
Yeah, come on. We didn't do the video. We just played played the audio. And Lou Bob, I gotta say, dude, that was a really nice little romantic thing you did for old.
Here comes Lou Bob
Bobby Lou.
Cotton Tail.
Yeah, extremely
laugh
sexy.
Laugh it up, guys, but no one knows how to get them ladies lubed up like Lubob. Okay.
Well, you don't have to. She's always.
Lube is the middle part of Lubob.
Come on,
okay?
Lou Bob. That girl was always damn sweaty.
Think
That's why you
about
had to
it,
roll her
think
in
about it,
flour.
Lubob, lube. Okay, that's how I know how it rolls. I know how to. Hey, man.
You know how it rolls.
Get them BBWs in the sack. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Hey, Lou Bob, all you had to. Hey, where are you gonna put it? You had to roll her in flour and look for the wet spot.
Yeah, dude. Did you have to lay out a tarp for that?
And you know what? Oliver turned out to be wet, so he just put it wherever.
Yeah, he was just like,
That video was.
Yeah, but you saw the video, right?
Yo, as much as we could stomach.
Yeah,
you saw it. Well, then you saw she really did roll up in flour, man. You know, hey,
It looked like you were making a big old pair of frog's legs.
Yeah, dude. I thought there was a hush
Jurassic
puppy.
frog's legs.
I saw a couple of hush puppies hanging out there. I don't know what that was, dude.
You know, I don't really care. You can talk smack about her all you want, guys, because I ain't with her anymore. You know, now I'm single, and I have to tell you, since business has been picking up, okay? Ever since I started that used mattress business in your backyard, Joe, I am making the coin, and I am using my lawns, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Did you meet a nice little Spanish girl down there over there in Lou Bob?
Hey, man, and got some nice little Latinas over there.
All right, well,
I thought you were going further with that. But
yeah. So you're enjoying your time in Dover. Where did you meet this young lady?
I don't go that far, Chris, man. A gentleman never tells, unless it's on video.
Yeah.
You find it in somebody's fifth wheel, and you scrounge in there because you're trying to get revenge because somebody happened to go in your garage and find some old lady porn, Joe.
Yeah, well, I actually had nothing to do with that.
The ladies of AARP,
which
baby.
we've already discussed. There's no such magazine, and that was completely made up.
Actually,
no. I've done the
Granny
research.
Panty Monthly.
Yeah, listen, Lou Bob. I was just trying to make a point that basically you should stay out of my personal stuff, and because we all have it, obviously.
And we all
have
found the
boxes.
cock ring with that was written with MH on there. With black marker. We know you put that there, dude. Nice try, though.
Look, I learned my lesson, guys. I did. I mean, you guys, I got to admit, we're all friends, mainly because I need a place to live, especially, but we are friends, and, I've learned my lesson. So, as I sit here...
What are you, Madonna now?
As I sit here on Joe's porch petting his dog, Dougie, and drinking, and by the way, thanks for leaving that growler of beer in the fridge from ESB, because that ghost shit is good. I mean, god damn.
Dude, are you going in through the doggy door again? I told you, you're not allowed to go in through the doggy door, man.
Hey, man, I'm skinny.
I know you are, dude. But dude, come on, man.
I'm like a cat, man. I can make myself flat and get through any opening.
Did you take your shoes off?
Yeah.
No, you did not. You're tracking up mud in my floors again. I know you are.
You better get the mop out, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, clean that up before I get home.
Hey, Ducky, look that up. Yeah, right there. There we go.
Ducky, bite him. Bite him, Ducky. Bite him.
Anyway, man, yeah, so I have learned my lesson. I am not going to mess with your stuff ever again, Jim. I'm sorry.
All right, because I gotta remind you. I know you know what's on the other end of that tape. That was a 6-hour videotape. We played 35 seconds. There's quite a bit of other material on there that I'm willing to give back to you if we can somehow, stop.
But we just to let you know, we did make a copy of the tape, and we're gonna have it with a safe holding because
Chris has a copy. Chris is. I've explained to Chris to play it.
If I didn't understand y'all correctly, it sounds like y'all trying to bribe me. Okay? And
no, we're not bribing you. We're telling you.
That's
if
called
you
blackmail.
We're blackmailing you.
Yeah,
If you
not
do anything
bribing.
else, we're gonna f you up with this information.
Look, man,
Hey, Lou Bob. Wait, Lou Bob. We got somebody that wants to say hi to you real quick. Hey, Seuss. Hey, Seuss.
Lou Bob, what's up, man?
There he goes. Remember him?
Wait. Hey. Is this my boy, Dallas Holter?
Say what?
That's my boy. That's Jesus Julio, man.
That's right, Lou Bob. What's up, buddy?
Hey, man, you need to tell these other guys to leave me alone. I mean, you know me, man. I am an innocent guy. I don't mean to hurt no one. And these guys are conspiring against me.
We told them all about the crap you've been pulling, dude. Aside from Russia where you got your ass kicked really good, you've been kind of effing up, man.
Listen, Lou Bob, we just like to, we'd like to keep our cards close to our vest, man. We're not putting them all out there. We're offering you a very good, it's a legitimate offer.
Hey, you know what, Joe? I don't know why you are telling me that I invade your privacy, okay? Wait, hold on.
Lou Bob, you just make
Jenny.
yourself at home.
Hold on. Hey, Jenny. Yeah, hey, Jenny. Hey, can I buy a cigarette? Thank you, honey. Okay, anyway, so like I said, I am not invited.
Stay away from his mom.
I am not in your house.
You are in my house. You just bum a smoke on my mom, dude. That's not even funny, dude. Yeah, listen. Lou Bob, we're going to have to let you go, man, because...
Hey, Lou Bob, we're just going to say...
We need to have a talk.
We didn't know you liked it that way, okay? And
Yeah.
that's all we're going to say right now. If you want to keep it up...
That's it. We're
And Lou Bob, you need to leave Jeannie alone. You know that's my girl.
All right.
Hey, I'm going to go right now, okay? I'm getting a dirty look from your mom right now. She's kind of mad at me right now.
Of course
for putting
she
her
is.
on Front Street, so I got to go.
All right, get out of my house.
I'll see you.
All right. God, man, I tell you what, dude. If he wasn't making as much money as he was, dude, he's selling. I think last weekend he sold like 100 used mattresses. Can you believe that?
It's insane.
And how much is he selling them for?
$50.
Really?
Yeah, he made like $5,000. I think his total out of pocket was maybe like $800 for Febreze. That was it.
I don't understand. I don't know how you put up with it, dude.
No, we're doing good, man. I mean,
I don't know
everything's
how you
working
put up
out,
with
and
it.
we got Sancho working there now. Actually, they've been talking about starting a new business.
What's this
They're
new
looking
one?
at doing some. I think they were talking. You know how Sancho. Tell me if I'm. You guys talking about doing some well cleaning, some.
Oh yes.
Yeah, aren't you?
Yes, he's going to lower me down
In a hoist,
it's
right?
a traditional well.
Yes, and you're gonna clean wells.
Just
for
scrub
them.
it. I can stay upside down for a very long time.
Because of the diving, I imagine. Yeah, you were very good at that. That's excellent, man. So yeah, we're working on a whole. I mean, we got projects going on at the compound out there. So, I'm okay with it. I mean, Lou Bob, he's one of those guys that you get to know, and he's a lot of fun to hang out with. But he's still kind of looking out for himself a bit, and I understand it. But we love him.
Now, we've got another call. I know it's holding, but he needs to hold for just a couple minutes. So if you're out there and you're holding, just stay with us because we got one segment a couple segments we want to get into real quick. NHL playoff talk. One of the things that we've been wanting to talk about. Last night, I was thrilled. Why? Because we saw the loss. We saw the loss of the Boston Bruins to Les Habitants. And I was thrilled by this, not only because, yes, the reason I'm still maintaining this luxurious beard is because I am a Habs fan, but also because anytime you see the Boston Bruins, or any Boston team for that matter, lose in an evening, it is a glorious night.
It's a great night.
I know some of our friends out there, they're nodding in agreement. I have a friend out there, he's a New York fan. I know he must agree with anytime a Boston team loses, it's a good thing, right? It's a beautiful thing. See, nods in approval.
I do appreciate. On another note, with that, you watched the game, right?
Of course, I watched the game.
on a pure hockey note, that was one of the best games I've seen in a long, long time. Feel free to chime in, Jesus, on this one if you want. This is one of the best games I've seen in a long time. It was so back and forth, a lot of heavy pushing from Boston, and then all of a sudden Montreal would come back, and then Montreal scored with 7 minutes left, and Boston came back, and I mean it was hockey at its best. I mean,
Very emotional, huh?
It was a very emotional game, and I hate Boston more than anything, but man, I tell you, both sides played an amazing effing game.
Yeah, Boston's a good team. I don't think there's any.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I mean-
I hate Boston more than anything because I was bred into it when I was a baby. I was put into a Yankees uniform, and I left the New York teams behind and stuff like that when I moved down here to give my hometown team some love.
But you saw for one of the rare times in NHL history. Prior to this game, the day before, you saw 3 different Game 7s within one day. Now, I understand that in the NBA, you're actually going to see that, I think it's today or tomorrow, 3 different Game 7s. So this mantra keeps repeating itself for some reason in team sports. But the shocker so far of the Stanley Cup playoffs being the LA Kings, down 3-0 and coming back in that series against the San Jose Sharks. Only the fourth time in Stanley Cup history that's happened.
So, Chucky, you can't go for the Sharks now.
Yeah, so you can't root for the Sharks anymore, Chucky. And then, of course, you saw the Rangers win, the Penguins win, Avalanche lose.
The Raiders?
And this is all leading up. You look at the NHL right now, and people are excited about this, but now you have some people that are excited about the NFL draft. Are you guys excited about that right now?
Move on.
Yeah, let's just move on.
Thank you.
Honestly, you know what? We can talk about the NFL draft all we want to.
Stop.
When the actual draft occurs.
Mute him.
But right now,
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I will talk about the NFL draft when it will pour in my glass.
Clinky,
if it's a craft beer, is that what it is?
That's what I'm saying. It's the only draft I want from
But
the
you know
NFL.
what? We can sit here and opine about who's going to get drafted where.
There's plenty of people doing it, man.
But it's
Who cares?
pointless. It's all conjecture. It's all a bunch of hand wringing because until you actually have the event occur, then we'll talk about
2
that.
minutes longer than we needed to
and
talk
then
about
half of those
it.
people are going to
Andy's
suck
still
anyway
going.
next year. They're going to
Andy's
be
still
horrible.
going.
They're not going to work.
Now, one thing that is worth talking about, and this is real quick because we do have a call coming in, but I want to talk about this just for a couple minutes. And caller that's out there, I don't know who you are, but thank you for being patient with us. But the Donald Sterling thing, we talked about the NBA briefly. Donald Sterling in the news, and this is a situation where you can argue it from 2 different sides in the sense that you can't blame anybody for being pissed about what he said. But is it a slippery slope when all of a sudden for having freedom of speech, he's in trouble? You know what I mean? You're going to force this guy to sell this team. And so to play devil's advocate, is that something? And first of all, do other NBA owners really want to walk down this? Because I'm sure they're not. I'm sure a lot of them aren't very squeaky clean. So now you got to be cautious about who's monitoring, who's recording whatever you say.
Yeah. Look, Sterling did something stupid. He trusted.
Well, it sounded like he did a lot of things stupid.
Well, yeah. Listen, he obviously is not a huge fan of the black race, and I mean, as much as that's kind of very old school.
Because the Germans don't like him.
Yeah.
As much as it's also kind of contradictory.
And just retarded
Right.
in general. I mean, you know what, dude? The whole thing is just, to me, kind of. You know, why don't you get into something else if that's your true feelings?
Yeah, Sterling is no good.
I mean, was he getting a good feeling out of the fact that maybe he was making people he hates making money? I don't know.
But what was odd about it, too, is you look at Donald Sterling's history, and the guys that he had the problem with paying the most money to were the white players.
Yeah, but you know,
you ask them about that, and they'll say time and time again he really had a problem with paying the white players. But
because they suck.
But this guy, really,
Except White Trash Nash.
when you look at this, though, it's a
And the bird
case
guy.
of
I love the
the
bird,
PR movement. It's a case of the NBA trying to protect public opinion, especially when it comes to their brand, versus freedom of speech. And look, I'm not defending it. Look, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not a big fan of anybody that's got any kind of bigotry to them. But many people that have dealt with bigotry in the past, many people that have dealt with this kind of adversity will tell you that the right to defend your race is also tied in with the right for somebody else to be against it.
No, that's you have to have a yin and yang with the
Right.
whole situation. Exactly what it is.
So, but you know, when you look at this NBA situation, it's really a case of them trying to squash any kind of negative PR. And I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, you look, it's an ownership group. It's a privilege to own an NBA team, and if you can't act accordingly, then maybe it is okay to oust them out. This isn't something where it is an equal rights situation.
I think that's
it's
the
a
big
club.
question. I think that's the big question because what he said is definitely not illegal because he's not in jail
Right,
for it.
right.
He won't be seeing any jail time for saying that. Now, I think if you had acted on any of those, so you didn't bring a person into your organization because of their color, then that does become a criminal
Well,
act.
he did.
But that obviously
he did fall into that because he wouldn't rent to Hispanics. And
that is, that
But
is
that's a
criminal.
whole separate thing.
Right,
there,
right. But I'm talking about
He's
the
done this
NBA.
in the past.
They're obviously the NBA has the right, somehow written in their clause with his ownership group or with all owners, that if they do something that's this detrimental to the league,
They
they're
do.
allowed.
Right.
They're allowed to kick him out of obviously he's been banned for life.
So by signing that contract, he pretty much limited his freedom of speech.
You know what? Can I be honest? You know
I think
what?
they're illegal with it.
You know what bothered me the most? And I was talking to my stepdad about this. You know what bothered me the most about the fact that Sterling did this? Is that the guy's a Jew.
He's a lovable little Jewish
And it really
bastard.
bothered me because if anybody should empathize with the plight of other ethnicities that have to go through discrimination, it's that of the Jewish religion. You know what I mean?
No, there's one thing that we wouldn't have accepted at Bushwood, and that's this.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Thank you,
Judge
Ted
Smales.
Knight.
Definitely,
Thank you.
Judge Smales.
Judge Smales from
and I'm sure you would be.
Caddyshack, yes.
I believe you played with Donald Sterling back in the day, didn't you? Guys have a couple foursomes?
We didn't really get along too well.
No, okay.
Well, he was too Jewy for you?
Yes.
Okay, wow. Wow.
Anyway, on that note,
Let's get to this caller.
Let's get to
Who's
this
on
call
the
because we've
line?
only got a couple minutes in. So, caller that was sitting there holding for us forever, thank you so much. And who are we speaking to tonight on the Cranial Mission Show?
Triumvirate, I hope you can recognize me from my accent.
Oh, great. It's a stupid Boston fan.
Yes, I do believe it is a Boston
Stacey
fan.
Cheese, my love. I'm
Because
just
this
kidding,
is
baby.
the ambassador to our show from England himself. This is the man
Welcome.
known only as Stacey, Moon Made of Cheese. That's O Canada.
Damn it, that was O Canada.
Yeah.
I called this evening what I can only say is very exciting news, and I hate to hijack your show, but if I'm going to make an announcement of this level, I want it to be live, and I want it to be on my good friend's show. So if I may have a few minutes of your time, I think you'll find it worthwhile.
Make it proper, son.
So you have a big announcement to make, and you know what? I'm honored because we're all good friends of yours. We hang out from time to time, and for you to choose this platform for your announcements. I mean, I know you like to go big or go home. So what do you got for us, buddy?
All right, go ahead. Make it proper.
You're well aware of my philanthropic ways. I like to keep it a little bit under wraps, but tonight I'm coming out loud.
Tonight you're coming out?
Oh, he's gay. Aw.
It's time, ladies and gentlemen. In a nutshell, and I'll get into why, I am now officially been recognized as the voice of the BBC.
Okay.
And I'll get into exactly what that means.
Well, you're the voice of the British Broadcasting Corporation?
Oh, I thought it was the Big Boys Club.
No, it's not the British Broadcasting Corporation. It's bigger than that. Much bigger than that.
Okay. Really?
So, yes, I've been approached and I've watched suffering over the years, and it's funny the lead-in story you should be talking about because this is a plight. And it's a women's plight. And I'm starting a women's movement. I've been approached by many ladies who agree with this, and they want me to put my entire backing behind it. And what I've seen is ladies have been stifled. They've been stifled, they've been shackled, and they've just been kept down. They've been kept down in a society by feminism.
So
feminism has stopped them being who they wish to be.
Wait a second. I see. When you first started to lead into this, when you were giving us your whole preamble, Stacey, I thought you were going to tell us that there needed to be more of a feminist movement because, yes, women were stifled in the past, and they've, through the efforts of Gloria Steinem and all these different feminist organizations, they've tried to rise above, get equal pay, and be considered equal to men. So you mean to tell me that very same movement is actually what's holding them back now?
Oh, it's backfired very, very sharply. It's backfired very sharply. There's great examples for this, and I see it every single day in my life, and the ladies that I know, they certainly agree with me. In today's society, you're expected to be a feminist. You're expected to not do certain things that you want to do. You're expected to not treat your man the way that you want to treat your man because you believe it's belittling for you. Well, it's not. It's the right of a lady to be a lady. It's the right of a lady to have a door open for her, and in return, to turn to the movement of BBC.
And what does the BBC stand for?
BBC, quite simply, is bacon, beer, and costumes. And
what?
I'll get it out. Bacon, beer, and costumes. You're right. The three most important things in a man's life. That's why it's the name of this women's movement.
Okay.
Wait, well, actually, bacon and beer are two of the most important things in a men's life. But costumes, I'm assuming, must be associated with a sexual level because that's one of the other most important things in a man's life.
Again, ladies buy these Halloween costumes every single year, only to put them in a closet never to see the light of day.
That's a
they
shame.
want to wear them. They want to wear them, but they can't because society holds them back from wearing the same one twice.
But I think
Well-
that's a bunch of poppycock, bunch of shit there.
Hey, listen, I'm with you. Don't listen to him, Stacy. You know what?
I agree with him.
I'm
That's what
ready-
I'm trying to say. I agree with him.
I agree, 100%.
I think, look at this, and this is what the ladies want me to preach. It's Sunday morning. You've been out. Your man's probably paid the bar tab and taken you out for dinner like every good man does to a good lady. And you want to know what you can do on Sunday morning to make him feel like the man he should feel.
Okay,
That's what he wants.
so then, Stacy, after I take my girlfriend to Crystal the night before, when I wake up, she should wake me up with what?
Give you a nice little hand job.
It's quite simple. A nice fresh cooked bacon sandwich, good hot and piping. A nice cold beer is the hair of the dog, and she should be wearing one of those sexy Halloween costumes. And let her pick the costume. Make it be a surprise. Give her more self-confidence about herself through that. And I think this is wonderful.
Hey, Mr. Cheese, I'm going to go ahead and put you up for knighthood right now on this show.
Honestly, I've really not been one for many women's issues in the past. I think they're a little too touchy, but this is one that I think I can get behind. I really do feel that it's an area that's, for me, I'm the right voice for these ladies, and I really do want to free them from what they've been going through, and I'm so proud you would let me introduce this here, and you'll be hearing a lot more of this, trust me.
Well, Stacy, that was my question. So you actually have a lot of women calling for you to sponsor this, and this is not something that's been driven by men. They're not asking for the beer, the bacon, and costumes. This is women that want to serve their men.
That's what I'm hearing, too.
A man would be frightened to ask for such a thing because the feminism in today's world makes it feel that they can't even ask their lady for what they want.
So you feel like the feminist movement has actually caused, in some ways, men to be emasculated, and therefore they will be liberated by the pursuit of the eating of bacon, consummation of beer, and indulgence in costumes. Is that what I gather? Is that correct?
Well, I like the word consummation in there, I'll tell you that for nothing.
So Stacy, would this be an accurate statement? They're ladies. They want to do ladies things.
They do, and they feel embarrassed to admit it, and I'll be honest, this has been a 100% lady-backed event. They chose me as the voice because they understand who I am and the connections that I can have for them, which is why I'm thrilled to do it. I'm absolutely thrilled to do it. It's great to see people being who they are and putting themselves back into society in a role where they really want to be.
Well, Stacy, we appreciate your phone call. We appreciate you holding for such a long time, and obviously this is a movement that you're quite passionate about. For you to sit on hold as long as you did, it was something that you really had to get off your chest. Now, we expect a follow-up on this, buddy. We would like to...
You got my backing.
Yeah,
Hey, where do I send my money?
We would like to get you in here in studio, in the brewery, which I know you're quite fond of to begin with, here in ESB. We've got to get you in here to further illuminate the fans, to further spread the movement. I think this is something we can all get behind.
100%.
Oh, I would absolutely love to come in. As you know, coming into ESP Brewery is really something that you don't have to twist my arm to do in the first place. But I'd absolutely love to come on the show. I'm really working out the last pieces for the full official launch. I wanted you guys to be the first, and I wanted your listeners to be the first to know that we're moving into a new era, and I'm taking us there.
Well, thank you for choosing our platform, Stacey. We
Right,
appreciate
you
that.
are, mate.
All right.
All right, well, for all you out there that are listening, stay with us. We got to go on a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will be joined by the POTUS himself, the President of the United States of America, Barack Obama, will be with us. We'll be right back after this. Stay with us.
Howdy, folks. Your old pal Bubba Clinton here. On the heels of the overwhelming success of my novelty condom line known as Billy Bags, I've been urged by my female constituency to create Bildos, a new line of sex toys for all you tarts, which I personally guarantee will please your lady parts. First up the bat is the JFK. This majestic rubber dong will end any missile crisis blockading your panty hamster. This Bildo comes complete with a fully adjustable internal spine, proven to tickle any G-spot. Upgrade to the Deluxe, which includes exploding head action. For you ladies on the go, try the travel size RFK model. A little pocket willie is sure to make that kitty purr. Now for you BBWs sporting a moose knuckle, we got a Bildo just for you. The Grover Cleveland is warranted to stretch any meat sleeve. It was designed with new exciting rubber technology that actually expands with contact and moisture. This bad boy will have the fat lady singing from beginning to end. The Grover is for sure to be re-elected to your Oval Office. Next in line is a novelty Bildo sure to complete any collection. The George Washington is the first of its kind. A solid wooden dong made out of the finest cherry straight from Mount Vernon. I cannot tell a lie, ladies. I did not have sex with that. Well, I'm just kidding. Use with caution, as extreme friction can cause splintering. These shafts will be a numbered limited edition, so don't hesitate and pre-order one today. Finally, if you like a little kink in the stink, then let me propose to you the Bulldozer, a marvelously designed butt plug with unyielding penetrating power. This fleshy dork screw is equipped with a tightly coiled spring to allow rapid jackhammer gratification. This Buildo even comes with its own operating glove to prevent slippage during accelerated use. So don't delay and order one today. Or better yet, why not nominate all my representatives to be members of your cabinet? I am Bill Clinton, and I approve these insertables.
Look for Buildos in adult stores near you.
It's Dickie V, baby! And are you kidding me? 3 Street Guys? They're not diaper dandies, baby!
Welcome back to the Cranial Mission Show, guys. The triumvirate before you, Ben Charles, Miguel Hito, the Reverend Joey T, broadcasting to you live from the esteemed halls of beer greatness known to the world as ESB Brewing Company, 333 North Falkenberg Road, Suite D.
Sweet D.
407. The illustrious TJ standing behind the bar to serve you and amuse, also known as the Dark Lord of Something Poured, joined by the producer extraordinaire himself, WCW, the wily Chris Wiles, doing his thing. And guys, we are so excited right now because I think we're on the map. You know, we won these awards at the Talkies, and ever since then we've been able to get more distinguished guests on the program, and I don't know that you can possibly get a guest that's any bigger than the one that's sitting before us here in the tasting room himself. I speak of POTUS, the President of the United States of America, Barack Obama.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Just want to say it's a pleasure to be amongst you great people here at ESB Brewing in Tampa, Florida.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Welcome, Your Honor, Your Presidency. How do we address you, sir?
Well, you can just call me OB.
Okay, OB. I like
so
that.
we just call you OB. I mean, you're really that informal. We just met you, and you're already you're just a regular guy.
I'm down with OHB.
I didn't say OHB, and I don't even know what the hell that means, but anyway.
Wait, B-O-H, I don't know.
That would be BHO.
BHO. Well, whatever.
Yeah, that's his initials.
I can SPELL.
You do have a problem with getting names right, as evidence from the Mama J show last night. But
I smoke crack.
So, President Obama, we really appreciate you taking the time to join us. And I got to ask you, I mean, obviously you didn't fly here just for our show. So what brought you here to Tampa?
Well, let me be clear. As I've often stated, I think it's best to connect to the community. And if you've noticed, I've left the suit and the tie at the White Black House. And I've decided to appear before you incognito.
All right, yeah.
That's right, incognito.
Okay, is that something, term you've come up with?
No.
No.
If you aren't already aware, I'm only half white. Get it?
We do, President. And, you know, we appreciate you coming here.
I didn't realize he had such a sense of humor, Joe.
Yeah, no, you know what? He gets a bad
He's
rap
got
a
a
lot
sense
of times,
humor
man.
and a hell of a b-ball game, from what I've gathered. He can hit it from down.
Well, and also get yelled at from Michelle. Speaking of Michelle, you know, if you ever wondered what she sound like yelling at me?
I have.
She sounds like a pterodactyl. Sounds like this. That would drive anybody crazy. Damn it, I'm the president. You see my hair?
Yeah, I do.
Jesus.
The greatness is coming through,
It
man.
definitely seems like Mr. or OB, as you've asked us to call you. It definitely seems like you've aged a little bit since you have been in charge, but it does seem to be a common malady among United States leaders. So I assume that the burden of responsibility is weighing upon you. But I didn't realize that was a burden of responsibility from your marital situation. I just assumed it was from your leadership role.
Well, people seem to forget, just because you're a president, it doesn't mean you're not going to have arguments, disagreements, and I have 2 children, wonderful daughters.
Yes.
And you need to find a way to balance the country, the budget, your family, and some folks on Nebraska's 7th.
CK City.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
So I assume that's some of your voter base that you're referring
Well,
to?
let's just put it this way. I've been told I might want to take a trip there and get a surprise or two. And I'm all about surprises.
You have to be careful about that. There's been some radio hosts here locally that have just got caught making visits over there.
Well, I got a couple of guys that'll take care of things for me. Excuse me, Secret Service. You ever come over here?
I'm assuming they might be incognito or incognito, perhaps?
Nope. I'm the only incognito here.
Okay.
So you're only half allowed to say it, though, sir.
Excuse me?
From what I gather, you're only half allowed to say that, so.
What do you mean?
You can only say "n" because you're half white and half black. Is that correct, sir?
I bet you have a size 10 shoe, buddy.
I do, sir.
That's what I thought. I'm kicking a 14 over here, and I'm the president. Watch yourself.
I'm sorry, sir.
Well, he brings up a great
and
point.
let me just say this, okay? Speaking of Secret Service, let me be clear. They're not the only ones that carry guns, you know.
Oh, he's tracking. He's tracking. So listen,
And I'm from Chicago. Don't forget.
show him a little respect.
Yeah, but I thought in Chicago it was illegal to carry a gun.
Again, I'm the president. Moving right along.
Okay, I digress. Okay, but now, Mr. President Obama, one thing that's been on our mind, that's been a topic that we've gotten into on the Cranial Mission Show time and time again, has been the state agenda that we've been seeing over and over again, the phenomena that's been known as the statewide legalization movement. And we're seeing this across the board, one state after another. I know from a federal perspective that there's no rush for anybody to engage in a legalization discussion. But surely, as the leader of the modern world,
here we go,
the free world, yes,
of the free world, certainly this is something that's getting your attention.
Okay, you know what kind of annoys the president? It seems that everywhere I go, no matter what speaking engagement, public appearance, someone wants to bring up the subject of marijuana and, more importantly, my own personal views. As far as I'm concerned, you should ask Sanjay Gupta. I mean, he did a complete reverse, just like the Republican Party, but I'm not going to go there. But let me say this, seriously. As I've already stated clearly to the American people, I briefly experimented with marijuana during my college years. I don't hide it. It's a fact. It's done.
Yeah, but not only did you indulge in that, I understand that you were caught even during your campaign at times puffing on a stogie here and there. So have you quit smoking cigarettes? I mean, you say you've quit smoking pot, but have you quit smoking cigarettes?
Okay. Need I remind you, my wife is listening. So, no, I do not smoke marijuana, nor do I smoke cigarettes. Next question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's not put him on Front Street here. Come on. Now.
So you don't like it, though. I mean, obviously it makes you uncomfortable when we do, when other people and ourselves included, kind of try to put you in a corner and ask you about this legalization movement. I understand. I mean,
nobody puts
really,
Obi in the corner.
You know, really, it's a statewide decision.
Well, let me just say this. Let me interject. Marijuana has been classified Schedule A drug, and although certain states have decided to make their own laws, you still have to answer the federal government. And I'm in no position to challenge what they've already done. Doesn't mean I wouldn't mind seeing a couple of laws changed. And actually, I have a scheduled trip to Colorado next week.
You going skiing?
Hey, you can say that.
Now, you know, that actually brings up another topic. I know, Joe, you wanted to ask him about this. This was the whole the edibles movement that we're seeing now.
Well, this is the big thing that's going on right now. I guess, you know, a lot of people don't like to partake in the actual smoking. So edibles have been on the table. And there's a lot of, you know, they're adding THC to brownies and all kinds of different sweet things.
Correct.
But there's been a big problem with the quantity of THC that's been in there has not been consistent with what they're saying. They're saying that, you know, some things are saying there's this much THC, they're coming like way above that, and then other companies are saying they have THC and they're really showing nothing in it. They're kind of ripping off their customers. They're saying that I know the state of Colorado is going to start putting some laws in place to make
mandatory.
this.
It's all mandatory testing.
Yeah, to standardize it. Now, does the federal government plan on doing anything about this?
Again, as I've already stated, you might want to confer with Sanjay Gupta.
Okay.
For the simple reason he was able to break down and explain the different cannabinoids THC levels, so on and so forth. Now, I have my own way of testing. Unfortunately, I can't share that with you at this particular time.
It's a state secret, then. It's a federal secret.
You better believe it.
I mean, knowledge is power. I mean, you gotta figure if we knew what you knew, Mr. President, it would
Correct.
blow our minds. I mean, you have the key to all the information out there.
You better believe
we
it.
had what he had. Oh,
I hear you do have a rather nice organic farm there, and at the White Black House, as you like to call it.
Well, is anybody getting hot in here?
A little bit.
Okay, well, so let's change subject here. And I don't mean to put OB on the spot. You know, he was cool enough to come and hang out
Which we
here at
appreciate.
ESB Brewing,
Thank you,
located at
thank you.
333 North Falkenberg Road. I'm assuming that was one of the reasons why you decided to come here tonight, because I know that you are a fan of craft beer. I know at the White Black House that they do make their own beer
This is
there.
correct.
So how do you feel about this arrangement over here with the 15 different beers to choose from?
It's very mind-boggling that you have so many different flavors and different countries it's brewed in, ingredients. Actually, I could use the beer myself.
Oh, really?
So somebody needs to get the president of beer.
where's the illustrious TJ? You need to get the president something.
Yeah,
the illustrious TJ over
Mr.
here. He's-
President, what kind of beer do you like, sir?
Any beer.
Any
Do you
beer.
like IPAs?
Go for it.
Hey,
Sounds
TJ,
good.
Let's do it.
Get him something special, sir.
Thank you.
We're
The
gonna
illustrious
we're gonna
TJ
take
will
care
hook
of
you
that
up,
for
also
We're
known as the
sorry.
Dark
We're
Lord of
sorry. I
Something
can't believe
Board.
you're sitting there thirsty. I feel horrible.
It's quite all right.
Now, Mr. President, we've been lucky in the past to have other presidents. You're not the first to be a part of this show. Our good friend and also part of your political affiliation, Mr. Bill Clinton, Mr. President Bill Clinton, has been a part of the show for many, many years now. In fact, he has used this show as a vehicle to promote his other endeavors. He's been as you know, he's an incredible speaker.
Great man.
Very charismatic guy. And he has parlayed that image, that movement, all these people behind him into a marketing bonanza. And he's had various products that he's sponsored through us. So are you, I mean, you're clearly a very charismatic man.
Thank you.
And so, in your future, once you're out of office, is this something we could talk to you about? I mean, is this something maybe you would be interested in being a part of the Cranial Missions movement,
Well-
maybe promoting some products of your own?
Let me be clear. Actually, got a bit of a munchies now. So if anybody wants to talk about what I can do in the future, I think we can work something out.
Well, I got
off the air.
Yeah, I got some Doritos in my car, so we can.
All righty.
That could be in your
Cool
future.
Ranch good for you?
That's fine with me.
All right. Did you tell him what other kind of things Bill Clinton had working on? I mean, he has two major products out, and allegedly he's telling us something again tonight.
Well, he is, yes. Well, Bill Clinton has two different products with us, both of which are, shall we say, relationship enhancement devices.
They're sex devices.
A little
yes.
risque, if you may.
Mr.
All right.
President. Yeah, I mean, it's good for the bedroom, right?
But he's never been a shy guy. He's never been known to avoid indiscrepancies.
Right.
So he's used that to his advantage now. I mean, he overcame that. Just like you had issues to overcome, just like you had opposers to you. You had people that
Still do.
and you
Haters.
you dealt with the same opposition, the haters, if you will.
Haters gonna hate.
So he's used that to his advantage to parlay that into a marketing, just an explosion, pun intended, when you're dealing with the sex toys that have worked out quite well for him. So, I mean, if you were to market some products, do you have any in mind that you might get
Well,
behind,
tell
or is
him
this something
about
you
Bill's.
want?
Tell him what Bill's has. Tell him.
Well, Billy,
straight with the
as we
president.
like to call him, Mr. President Bill Clinton, former President Bill Clinton. He has two different products that he's endorsed with us. One known as Billy Bags, which
Ooh.
is a novelty condom company designed after cigars.
Interesting.
And he advertises on the show frequently with that, and also one known as Bill Doe's, which is the female version of that.
Enjoyment line.
Yes.
I wonder would Hillary be interested in that?
She was at one time, from what I hear.
Now, you might want to try to get the limited edition George Washington. It is made of pure cherry wood, straight from Mount Vernon.
Now, I hope you have a XXX size.
Oh, they have one.
Well, that is the Bill Clinton does have a Billy bag known as the Commander-in-Chief.
Because remember,
No, that's the series, the Commander.
That's right. No, it's the Presidente. That's the one. That's the biggest one. Yes.
remember, I'm only half white.
And not that half, sir, I imagine.
But you know what?
14 shoe tells a lot about a man.
I think we're going to put our minds together and we're going to try to come up with some products for you, man. And maybe we can do some business stuff together.
Very
because,
interested in that.
Yeah, you're a great marketing person. The people
Thank
love
you.
you, and I definitely think we can do something.
I think
Thank
you could bridge the gap between the white and black man.
I think I've already done that, but thank you, Skipper.
But I think with some products, with some interesting products, I think we could really make it happen.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, Miggy, it does seem like you're kind of pandering to him now.
I'm
because this is
trying.
a guy that really, he
He's the
did
man.
bridge
This
the
is
gap.
the man. I
He
have
did
to
bridge the
respect
gap.
that.
Oh, you know what? We got to introduce you to. We never did introduce you to our other friend, and he also is one that's not a stranger to adversity. It's our 4-foot-tall assistant known as Sancho Sanchez. And Sancho, I know you've been trembling. You've been so excited about the opportunity to meet the president. So
Oh, Mr. President, hello.
I didn't want to leave you out.
Buenos noches.
Buenos noches. You're very Spanish.
Sí.
Yes.
Now, Sancho Sanchez is an example of the American dream.
Yes,
Mr. President. He actually survived the obstacles that it took to get here. He came from a foreign country, from San Pedro Sula, which is known
Murder
as
capital of the world.
Exactly.
My wife had me deported. Is there anything we could do about this? With
From
the
Honduras.
Maybe the Secret
Hold on.
Service?
I'm here to
Wait,
discuss
wait,
immigration.
Wait.
I'm here to discuss libation.
Yes.
No, it's,
Take a sip.
I smoked something in the car one time. I thought
No,
it was
you're
Spanish.
not, you're
anything
not-
to do with that.
You're not supposed to tell him
Sancho,
about
no,
that.
Sancho, stop.
You're going to get yourself.
Cigarette.
Yeah, wait, Sancho. You know, it was great to talk to you, Sancho. Maybe you should. Go
Okay,
ahead.
yeah, maybe it was a mistake. I'm sorry. I just did.
Adios, Sanchos.
Yes,
Alrighty,
okay.
all right.
I just, you know what? I feel bad because he always complains that he's not included
He
in
can't
anything.
stay on topic though. He has a hard time staying on topic.
He's an exciting little
How
man.
is that different than the rest of us?
Wow, that's a good point.
Wow.
Anyway, Mr. President, it is such an honor to have you here on the program. I can't thank you enough. And if I could, if I could ask you, please stay. Don't leave. Okay, we're gonna just have 2 more segments to do on this show. We would love to hang out with you afterward. Perhaps speak further about this pioneering research on your part, this knowledge that we're not tuned into. We'd certainly like to be included.
I tell you this, as long as I don't get a text from you-know-who, I'm not going to say any names, I think I can stick around for a minute.
All right.
And actually, head over to Nebraska 7, see what all the fuss is about.
All right.
Well, you know what?
Let me be clear.
Can we go with you? I mean, if you're going to use the Secret Service.
No, you can't do that. No.
Why?
No.
You-
No.
no?
Secret Service for me, 44.
No, well, we just want to have that protection
Secret
extended
Service
to us.
for me, 44.
Ben, please don't argue.
All right.
You
Thank
know, I was trying to.
All right, let's go to commercial break. We're
All
going to
right,
the president.
yeah.
He can
Okay.
offer his opinions on a couple things after the break. So, roll it on there.
For all you out there, you know,
WCW.
I mean, I'm sure you were all just exhausted from how exciting this was as
You know-
well. Stay with us. We'll be
Yes.
right back after this.
Hey, it's Harry Carey here. Have you lost a loved one? Perhaps a beloved pet? Well, I can get you in touch with Autumn Builder and Little Bubbles. Then all you gotta do is call 1-800-ASK-HARRY, and I got you covered. Your deceased loved ones will be nothing more than a phone call away with Harry Carey's Liaisons to the Dead. Call me now at 1-800-ASK-HARRY. Here's Charlie from Toronto.
Harry Carey got me in touch with my Uncle Abe, and I found out he was the Sausage King of Chicago.
Then there's John from Salt Lake City.
My Meemaw Agnes told me where to find a fortune she had hidden from a bank robbery she had done in the early 40s.
So call me now and get in touch with your loved ones at 1-800-ASK-HARRY. That's 1-800-ASK-HARY. Hello, this is Professor Ptolemy Tyson for ESP Brewing, where the birth of chemically created libations is paramount. Here at ESP Brewing, our happy yeast has perfectly metabolized our recipe of malt sugars to create the finest baby bubbles of carbon dioxide, bodaciously fantastic flavors, and the Mr. Feelgood chemical ethanol. Come congregate and ruminate over ESP's amazing concoctions.
You've seen people who have straightened up from the TV show Intervention. This is a story of those who have been left behind.
Man, we can't even find anything, man. Your boy won't even talk to us without you around.
It's time to bring the recovering addict back to where he belongs.
Remember the last time we went out, we had them 2 hoes?
And Freddy was with that crazy tranny.
I love you, man, but I need someone I can take advantage of.
Join us tonight for the premiere episode of Reintervention. Real life, real drama, real junkies.
I heard you was trying to go back to school, man. School ain't no good. All they trying to do is control you, fool.
Are we willing to lose lives left behind who don't want to be saved? Join us for the first season of Re-Intervention.
This is the Godfather Vito Corleone. I'm listening to the Cranial Emission Show with Ben Charles, Miguel Hito, and the Reverend Joey T himself. These are good boys. Understand?
Welcome back to the Cranial Mission Show, the penultimate segment of the program. If you want to be a part of the show, you want to talk to the triumvirate, Ben Charles, Miguel Hito, the Reverend Joey T, now known as really the cabinet, if you will, to the POTUS himself, who is still sitting in here in the brewery with us. ESB Brewing, located 333 North Falkenberg Road, Suite D.
Sweet D.
407. Illustrious TJ behind the bar to pour 15 different beers to choose from. Incredible beers. And the rain has subsided, so don't be shy. Come up here, get your tuchus up here, and hang out. And, guys, moving on to some other topics, I think it'll be fun to have POTUS chime in on some of these. But, kids can be mean. And there's all kinds of different games out there, different things that kids like to do to torment others. And, you remember back in the day, you'd have these different things, press on your chest and take deep breaths or whatever. Well, now there's this new game where they squeeze your pouch.
It's a game?
They squeeze your pouch as hard as they can. You have to try to refrain from passing out. Well, this backfired on a kid.
What? Wait a minute.
And caused this kid to have a heart attack. This is in Ireland, of all places. Apparently in Ireland, this is a game.
They're squeezing nuts in Ireland.
Yes, they are.
How old's the kid?
Kid was, hold on, I think he was 12 or 13
12 years old.
Yeah. I'll tell you in just a second. 17 years old.
Okay.
He's now in a medically induced coma following the incident in Dublin.
Dude, when you pull on somebody's nuts, man, when you kick somebody, it's a totally different thing than when you pull on them. It doesn't take but 1.5 pounds of pressure, as told to me by a Marine, to take those nuts and remove them from your effing body. That's insane. Why would somebody even think of doing that? It said it was actually a game they were playing?
This was the game that they were playing. This was something, it was basically one of those standoff type of things.
Here, let me hold your balls for you,
a game of
bud.
chicken, except it's a little more severe.
So does one group squeeze the other
I
group?
would rather play gay chicken than play that game.
No, I don't want to
You know the game where you sit right for... Well,
No.
Sneakers went ahead and said, screw the game of chicken. I'm just going to kiss you right on the mouth.
Is that what gay chicken is?
Gay chicken is where you try to get as close as you can to your boy's face, which I've never played, but I've seen it play.
Oh, wait a minute, dude.
Let's try it.
No, absolutely not. That's not happening. Listen, I don't like this story. Can we move along from this one? Because I don't know why anybody would be doing this. This seems like a very bad way to treat your own body.
We can move on. Now, we were talking about the Donald Sterling situation, and one of the people that's come to the forefront in terms of wanting to purchase the team if they do force him to sell it is Floyd Mayweather. Now, Floyd Mayweather is no stranger to controversy in the past.
Keeps a private jet, man.
But
keeps a private jet.
This is a guy that's obviously spent a lot of time in the ring, also spent some time in prison.
May I lead into this one?
Go ahead.
Do your balls hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow?
Yeah, baby. Floyd Mayweather knows the secret to perky balls.
He does.
To perky balls, my friend. Mr. President, can you give a guess on what the secret is to perky balls, sir?
Well, sure as hell ain't the Republican Party.
Oh, well. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That'll make anything droop.
Yeah, that will. That absolutely will.
Boehner.
The opinions expressed by Barack Obama do not necessarily reflect those of the Cranial
Yeah,
Mission
whatever,
Show
hater.
or its listeners.
But they reflect me, buddy.
Okay.
All right.
So what's the secret?
The secret to perky balls, as by Floyd Mayweather's admission, is to wear tights when they go to sleep.
Okay. Tights, like Batman?
I don't know. It doesn't say. It just says tights when you go to sleep. No one wants to look like your cojones are hanging like a bungee cord. That's what he said. So he said, wear tights. Probably tighty whities, maybe. Something constricting. That's the worst, man. I have my hot balls while you sleep.
But it keeps them perky.
The thought that Floyd Mayweather is going to sleep every day with
tights,
some tights on,
doesn't really surprise me.
It's disturbing to me.
No, it really doesn't surprise me at all. You know, Floyd, he lives a pretty.
But you know what? He does have a good point, though. I have to be thankful for the advent of boxer briefs versus just conventional boxers.
Yeah. I like keeping
because
myself.
you do have to keep them kind of. You got to keep your friends close.
Well,
you know what I mean?
A lot of the reason why people have been going to the boxers is always to keep keep your boys hanging a little farther away so that the heat wouldn't heat up. And a lot of people that wear tighty whities actually have problems with the.
Nobody likes hot balls.
Well, that's because your sperm will die. That's
well,
why
I don't
you're.
care. No, I prefer that, but still, you don't like.
But if you're trying to have a baby or something,
chafing.
right? You're not. Well, I'm saying if you're one of the couples out there that's trying hard to have a baby now.
I mean, I got jugs of medicated body powder at home.
So
Just
I
keep
think
that dry
if
down.
anything, Floyd Mayweather has given us some dual insight.
Yeah.
Not only does he help us with perky balls, but he also helps us with further financial culpability.
Yeah, well, I got an interesting story
Through
here.
breeding.
Because as people are breeding, a lot of guys as they get older, and people are having babies later and later in life because we're trying to make some money before we have our kids. Well, they're taking Viagra and stuff. You've heard of the Cialis and type of things. Well, there's a new study out there that's saying you don't need to buy these pills. You don't need to spend this amazing amount. All you need to do is eat watermelon.
I eat
Really?
that.
Watermelon juice has now been proven to open up arteries and open up blood vessels and allow blood to flow and circulation, which we know is the main cause behind inability to
Well,
reach
right. I mean,
arousal.
you look at the different drugs out there, and most of them are referred to as vasodynamics, which is basically it implies it increases blood flow. So you're telling me that if I eat a bunch of watermelon.
No, it's mostly watermelon juice, they're saying. You want to
So
drink
just the watermelon juice?
Yes.
May I interject for a second?
Sure.
Yes, sir.
You're speaking of watermelon. People wonder why I don't need Viagra. There you go.
See, that's what I'm saying. So you're saying this is true. This is
good old-fashioned watermelon.
That's what I've heard. I mean,
Does it every time.
I like the little ones, the big ones. I like to do stuff with it, make salads with it. Man, I use watermelon more than anybody in here. I can
You
guarantee
drink a
it.
glass and tap that. Doop.
Yep.
So, sir, you could say yes if you'd like.
No, I won't.
Okay.
Now, that brings up a good point because in Russia, they often tout the virility of Vladimir Putin. So
Call him poo-poo.
Yes, Vladimir Poopin. I told
Actually,
you.
what Sancho calls him,
I told
yes.
you, it's Vladimir Poopin.
Yes. Well, I'll say we keep correcting him on this, but I guess you know what, Sancho, I apologize. 'cause
OB is right.
If OB says that that's what the pronunciation is, then who am I to disagree?
Yeah, he's poopy.
Okay. All right. Well, for once,
Missing a poop.
Sancho, you're right. For
He's-
once.
he's doo-doo.
He's missing a poop.
Yeah, he is.
So then, I guess we should never question how your virility stacks up against Vladimir Putin because you've been on the watermelon juice program for a while.
Once again, size 14.
Size 14.
Let's bring it back. Excuse me, back.
You know what they say about guys with big feet, right, OB?
I know what my wife says about it.
They wear big socks.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, he's funny.
Yeah. He thinks he is OB, but all right.
Now,
Well, this brings us to the next story.
One last story, and this is about because we do have a call that's holding for us quite patiently here, and I
We
know
do.
who it is, and I can't wait for OB to talk to him. But one last thing, I know you've got this peacock story here, Megan. The thing
What's
about
a peacock
the
sound
thing
like?
about peacocks is I think it's interesting that you're getting into this in terms of how they mate. But for years, a good friend of mine, Andy, as you guys all know, and my roommate, we talk about the phenomena. We call it the phenomena known as peacocking. And this is actually where, as a man, you go out, you wear costumes, you wear different hats, whatever that gets attention,
Right.
and it does certainly work with the ladies. Now, Joe, you've been with us at times when we've done this, where we dress up in
I've
costumes
peacocked,
at crazy
yes.
events, and women just flock to you.
It's unbelievable.
And the whole mentality behind this is that you're showing your feathers.
Well,
Now,
if you
in
think-
real life, apparently, this is evident.
Well, if you think you're special, they think you're special, and it seems to hold true through the whole peacocking thing.
Well, the peacocks actually have been found to make
Fucking sounds nice. That's some spasm.
Oh, I think of this craziness right there. Whew.
Are you all right?
I don't know, man. I think I just
President,
yeah.
don't mind him. He has some sort of stroke.
Sir, I have my moments.
He suffers from SPD.
Quite all right. It's quite all right.
Peacocks make fake sex sounds to attract females, like the males do.
That's odd because in the human world, females make fake sex sounds to appeal to men.
This is true.
They do.
Usually it gets me going. I was like, you know what? I'm out of here. This is some BS. I know a fake girl when I see her.
Well, I can tell you, Michelle sounded like a pterodactyl. Nothing sexy about that. See what I mean?
Look at now we get an interaction. Hey,
ridiculous.
I think you may have found the
Well,
way
guys,
in.
we do have a call that's been holding here patiently, so let's go ahead and bring them in. And I know who this is, and I feel bad for making him wait because he is also a man of great power and great responsibility. We speak, of course,
Great virality.
of the former president, Mr. Bill Clinton.
What?
Who we're bringing on the line here. Yes, that's right.
Slick Willie, where is he?
Well, he's on the phone right now. Hello,
Mr. Clinton, are you there?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Bill. What's going on?
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
I'm sorry. There's a break in the action here. I'm quite a far away right now.
All right.
I don't know. I called you guys collect. The operator obviously she put it through.
Yeah, we got it. We're through. No problem.
Okay, sorry about that, but I ain't got no pants on right now. I couldn't reach my calling card.
Oh, there he goes again.
Yeah, Bill.
Good old Bill. Slick Willie.
So where are you calling from, Bill? We didn't quite hear that. I think Chris had already resolved that before he patched you on.
Oh, I'm in the Philippines right now, guys. I'm promoting my new line of dildos. Did you guys get the care package I sent you?
We did. We got the care package. We got the Washington, the Kennedy, and the what was?
You know what? Ever since you sent us the Billdozer, Miggy won't leave the house. Seriously. It's,
see, he's putting you on Front Street.
It's all good. Hey, that George Washington is quite a specimen, sir.
They are nice. I mean, every single one of them it's a nice product now.
Made of
the Billdozer is really popular over here.
It's made of actual cherry wood. Is this true that it's really from Mount Vernon?
Oh yes. I mean, not legally, but we won't go nowhere with that.
Yeah.
But, we get it. We get that wood, and we hone it. We hone it, and it's a remarkable product.
Hey, Bill. I'm feeling a little slighted over here.
Is this OB? It's been such a long time. How you doing, guys?
I'm doing good, but I'm feeling a little slighted. I didn't hear anything about a African American version of your dildo.
No, Bildos.
Bildos,
Mr. President.
Pardon me, Bildos.
Well, bro, I was waiting till you got out of office, and then I was going to see if you wanted to get plastered. Get up and have a plaster cast of
Let
that
me be
wiener of
clear,
yours now.
Bill.
Isn't it silicone? Don't you have to do it with silicone, Mr. President?
First of all,
What was that?
Bill, look.
Yes.
Once I take care of Joe Biden, give you a call, and then we can do what we do best.
Well, I don't want Joe Biden's wiener. That's not impressive. I want yours. Yours will sell. Yours will sell.
Bill, have you been drinking again, Bill?
I always drink now, bro. Come on now. You remember? I mean, come on. I party now.
Yeah, you're still married to Hillary, so yeah, I can understand that.
Well, yeah, legally I am. Legally.
Hey, Bill, I hear you loud and clear.
Now, Bill. So you're over in the Philippines and you're promoting this product, and I would think of any part of the world where a product like a Bildo would be most successful, it would be in the Orient. Is that correct?
Oh, Ben, let me tell you, these things are flying off the shelf over here. The women are going crazy. They're already starting to call me Godira. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
They're already starting to call you what?
Godira.
Godzilla? Is that what you said?
Godzilla, okay. Well,
try not to destroy anything while you're out there, Mr. Bill Clinton.
But now they call it thing that bad. Where are you going? Can I hang up everything, eh?
Bill,
sorry, guys.
Oh, you still there?
I shamed her. I think she's wanting to go kill herself now. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Will you tell her I'm sorry? I just don't like eye contact during today's show. I'm sorry.
Oh, Jesus. Wow.
Bill.
Oh, he's at it again.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's getting crazy over here.
Did we catch you in a moment? You called us, but clearly you were in the middle of something.
Well,
or in the middle of someone.
I got my pants off right now, man.
Bill, you need me to send a couple of guys over? Get you out of there?
No, I'm good. I got my secret service. Barack. We're good. Me and you, we're good.
That's
we
right.
got secret service around us all the time.
That's right.
My guys are hanging out. I'm good. I'm good.
So, Mr. Clinton, you said you had a something new on the horizon. So what exactly new? I know you just released the Bildos. Sounds like you've been pretty busy. What else you got in the books here?
Well, like you said, I got the Bildos going on, and they're just flying off the shelf. I can't believe the money I'm making off these things. But with the recent legalization of marijuana in Colorado, I just opened up a little marijuana store. Commander in Leaf. Matter of fact, I think I heard Barack said something earlier that he's got a meeting in Colorado. Who do you think he's coming out there to meet? It's me.
Oh, wait, allegedly, Mr. Clinton. Allegedly.
Bill, I'm going on a ski trip. Wink, wink.
Yeah, it sounds. You know what, Mr. Clinton.
I'm sorry.
It sounds like you just put It sounds like you just put OB on Front Street, and he was trying to be.
No, he didn't. He was making a mistake. It was somebody else.
Mistake. Prank call.
Anyway, nothing to see here, nothing to hear.
Absolutely
That's
not.
right. Moving on.
I'm sorry, guys. These girls are just going crazy right now.
Bill,
I can't keep them under
how
control.
many? Bill, how many are there?
I don't know. I think there's like 8 or 9. I mean, that's
goodness.
usually what I can handle.
Wow, you're a better man than me.
So now, Mr. Clinton, this email we just got, is this the new commercial for your product?
Yes. Yeah. Matter of fact, it is. Commander in Leaf.
Okay, so
It's gonna be, I don't know. I think it is open. I haven't been back to the States since it's open, but
well, we're gonna have the WCW, our producer extraordinaire, cue this up. But we are up against it, Bill. We are running out of time, and look, much love to you, buddy. We appreciate you so much. We appreciate you calling us. As always, we will continue to pimp your products. So we're gonna go ahead and go to a commercial break and play this, and we'll be right back after this.
Wait, Mr. President, did you want to say one more thing to Bill?
Bill,
he already.
He already hung up.
Yep.
Oh, that's a shame.
It's too bad.
I was pointing.
Howdy, folks. Billy Boy's back and ready to get you mile high. Thanks for voting, all you green leaves, and opening the door for Amendment 64. I am excited to announce to you the grand opening of my top-shelf marijuana boutique and emporium, Commander in Leaf. At Commander in Leaf, we only procure from the choicest fields and botanical masters. From sour diesel to Maui Wowie and candies to space cakes, we have it all. All our confections are created right on site, so come seal the deal and enjoy some Billy Delights. And don't forget to check out my other products, Billy Bags and Bill Doughs, for all my discriminating constituents. I am Bill Clinton, and I approve these party supplies and fuck toys.
Hello, I'm Patrick Stewart. ESB Brewing says partner advertising. We spend our money on beer, which is true. I'm not even getting paid for this spot.
Now I know there's some bitches out there with some nappy ass talents that need to go get their nails did. At Niecy's Beauty Crib, we'll get your nails right and your hair tight. You want a fake glass of diamond in your nail? Well then, girl, you're gonna get a fake glass of diamond in your nail. Honey, you still walk around with that busted ass weave? At Niecy's, we fix your hair up like you wouldn't believe. Bitch, you still scaring birds with those nasty pig feet. Don't worry about your budget. At Niecy's, our prices can't be beat. You may be ugly now, but we'll get you pretty. Come down to Niecy's on 4th Street, down in Ebo City.
Financing's available, baby, regardless of your credit.
Listen to the Cranial Emission Show, you will. The dark side they are not. The triumvirate they are.
Welcome back to the Cranial Mission Show, the final segment of the program. Brought to you live from ESB Brewing, located here at 333 North Falkenberg Road, Suite D.
Sweet D, what's up?
407. We are joined by Felix, the triumvirate, Ben Charles, Miguel Hito, Reverend Joey T, and of course our glorious leader, our esteemed leader, OB, President Obama, here with us.
Please.
And Mr. Obama, Mr. President, we have to introduce you to our super fan, our primary financier of the program, known as Felix Calvin.
What is up, OB? How you doing?
Good evening.
Good to see you.
Sir.
It's a pleasure. It is more than a pleasure. I knew his feet were big. I told you he was huge. Anyways.
I don't think you were talking about his feet, but...
Well, that's neither here nor there, guys. How are you, guys? It's been so long.
It's been a couple weeks. Yeah, it's good to see you, Felix. How you been?
I've been traveling.
How's the new movie studio?
It's very good. I've been chilling out in Frisco. I had to do a little I had to put a little time out on my buddy Dave there.
Okay.
Oh, you mean the Backdoor Studios?
Yes.
Oh yes, it's awesome.
Are you talking about Deputy Dave?
Yeah.
That schmuck that you hired that sounds like Foghorn Leghorn.
Well,
is that what you're talking about?
You riled him up.
Yeah,
you riled him up, but he did divulge. But whatever.
Yeah, it's always a great idea great idea to hire a guy that sounds like a old racist cartoon.
That guy
character.
will detect circles around you, my friend.
Yeah,
That guy is
okay.
amazing. I only stand behind the biggest of men.
I'm really fond of him. Yeah, he's fantastic. But anyway, so Felix, it is good to have you here. in the studio.
You know what I'm here for.
No, we know what you're here for.
Yeah, we were excited about it.
Movie Buff Challenge.
Okay, you think it's so we just want to jump right into
No,
it?
I want my music.
Okay, we're going to get right into the intro. That's what I'm
Julio
saying.
worked really hard on that. He's my prime pool boy.
Okay, so Chris, if you could please, and I know before we do that, actually, we got to explain this. Okay, Felix, he has.
Yes.
He does institute what's known as the Movie Buff Challenge. This is where Felix comes in and asks us. He poses to us different movie quotes, and we're all supposed to guess what they are. Now, typically, this game is played between myself, the Reverend Joey T,
and the winner,
and the WCW.
Right.
But since we have an esteemed guest such as
Absolutely.
POTUS here, we have to allow OB to be part of the game as well.
He is more than welcome.
Hey, yeah, there's a $50 gift certificate online here. So this
No,
is cool.
no, not this time.
Okay.
You get a ride anywhere in my private jet. I'm going to take you on a trip for a week.
Really?
Wow, that's
So whoever wins gets to fly around in your leopard print G6, your
Yep.
pink J6.
Oh yeah, and
G6
you know
with
what?
leopard print
They
inside.
just put some of that Pieces of 8 Citra in my plane, and I'm ready to fly.
Okay. Well, good. Let's get the game started. then.
Cue the music, Wiley.
The following.
I don't think that was it.
But that this one is.
Rear Entry Productions presents Felix Cal's Movie Buff Challenge. Woo! Oh, it's Felix. He gives you the quotes from the movies. It's Felix, and the prizes you win will be groovy. Are you buff enough to answer the questions he's got for you? Then it's time to see who will win, Ben or Joe. Sponsored by Felix Cal Industries.
Only
Wow,
this time.
you know you love that.
Only
That was
this time
excellent.
it will not be between just Ben and Joe. We will actually be joined by the WCW and
the penis.
OB himself.
I'm sorry. How is it?
The president.
It's getting a little X-rated in here.
Wow, I'm
I'm
feeling.
sorry, sir. Don't- Tone
Mr.
it down.
President, I am feeling faded and X-rated. Anyways,
Happy
where
Friday.
are we? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the clue, and I want you to shut your faces until I finish.
Do you have a clue right now?
May I please, Ben, run my game show?
Are you saying you have a clue?
Ben, please.
I have a raging clue right now.
Go ahead and run your game show.
I think it's pointing a little to the left. Anyways, I'm going to read the clue, and then as soon as I do the clue, you can chime in.
Okay.
But I have to finish the clue.
Okay, and then when you want to chime in, you just make a buzzer sound of your own, and that's how you chime in.
Yeah,
Right.
we're low budget.
Now I'm going to try to do my best to give you guys into the best impersonation of the quote to give you a little hint in that way.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 1.
Okay.
Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Don't everybody.
That is.
Wait, was that?
No, I think WCW.
I think,
That's right, he
Mr.
did.
President, I am sorry. The WC.
Quite all right.
Chris?
Quite all right.
Was that the Matrix?
Yay! Good job. One for
All right,
Wiley
good
Chris
job.
Wiles.
Okay, so that's 1-0 Chris Wiles. We still have, 9 more to go?
Yeah, 9 more to go. Okay, number 2. Now let me finish before you chime in.
Cheated.
When you're working on your mysterious lady parts and stuff, you should have the right tools, and that's why you should use Mapax. Can I finish? No, Ben, you're not even going to get to answer now because you.
No.
That's the rules.
What did I,
No.
boys? What did I say?
No.
Can't.
What did I say?
Can't buzz in until he finishes the question.
Okay, well, okay. I
Mr.
didn't. That was-
President is correct. Now you buzzed in, and you get to buzz out. Now it's up to you guys, you three. Ben, you are objectified and not in this
I
one.
swear to God, I'm going to beat you, but you're about your
That's
head and
why you
shoulders
should
when this is
use
over.
Mapax, the official tampon of NASCAR.
Ricky Bobby?
Nope.
No.
Oh, wow.
Nope.
No, come
Nope.
on. No,
You
I
can't, no.
refrained. I already know the answer.
Nope.
No, you're,
Yes.
You disqualified
You're
yourself.
disqualified.
No.
If you buzz early, no, Ben.
I
Ben,
thought you were done.
I said, did I not say you have to wait till I finish?
You know what? Much like your Cabana Boys, I thought you were done, Felix.
You get half a point for answering. What is it?
It's Talladega Nights.
Half a point.
No, I'm taking a full
No,
point.
you're not taking a.
Oh,
This
yes,
is
I
my
am.
game. You're not going to fly in my jet.
Yes, but this
No,
is our
no.
show.
All right, moving on.
Don't
Moving
you
on.
know? Just because you're bad at
That's what I meant.
at
Ricky Bobby thing.
at Inspector Dave.
That is 1 point for Ben.
I'm sorry.
that
I'm
is
sorry.
not-
May I interject for 1 second?
Yes, you,
Just
sir.
1
Yes,
second.
sir.
Someone sounds more confused than a gay midget in a lesbian strip club.
Oh, well, that would be
I don't know
good.
where that's coming from, but We got to get this thing going right.
Now, if you answer, all right, from now on, if you answer again, you get half a point for that, not a full point.
No, I'll take a full point.
You're not taking a full point.
Oh, I will.
No, this is my game.
Moving on.
Now, 3. Let me finish the quote before you buzz in.
I'm sorry. I'm just used to you finishing early.
Wow. Somebody's a power bottom.
Oh, boy.
Okay, number 3. Is that hair gel? Joe.
No, I think that was Mr. President.
Was that Mr. President?
It
Go.
was Mr. President.
Something about Mary?
That's correct, Mr. President.
44.
Wow.
Ding, 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 ding,
You're
ding.
so good.
44.
I'm trying to keep track of this. So far, POTUS with 1.
Well, Chris has
Ben
one.
has 1 half.
Me with 1.
No, you
and
don't have 1.
WCW with 1.
Right.
Okay.
I just want to say the president might have had 2. Someone wouldn't have cheated and buzzed in early.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what, Mr. President? You did have an opportunity afterward.
Whatever. No, you screwed up. Whatever.
Let's play the game.
I know you were
8.
trying to be incognito.
Okay.
but-
Incognito.
Okay. Number 4. Number 4. How dare you break wind before me? I didn't know it was your turn, baby. Finally.
Austin Powers.
That's correct.
Which movie?
Damn it.
No, it's the original. He was right.
All right.
That's 2 points for Ben.
All right.
No, it's 1.5
One and
points
a
for
half.
Ben.
In my world, half counts for
Number
1.
5.
Well, you can get half up. It's like stuffing Jello in a keyhole with you.
Round it up, Ben. Round
Number
it up.
5. I had no idea you could milk a cat. Oh, you can.
You went in early.
I thought he was done.
Actually,
see?
I'm going to go ahead and let him chime in after I'm done if he wants to get it in there because you cheated already.
Let's meet the Fockers.
No, it's not. But anyways.
Oh, so you already guessed. You're done.
Now-
You're spent.
Oh, you can milk them. Anything with nipples. I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me? Chris.
Meet the parents.
Correct.
Oh.
That's what I meant. Gotta hate sequels.
So that's 2
Sequels
for
are messing with me.
WCW. We're now halfway in. 2 for WCW, 2 for Ben, and 1 for POTUS.
Number 6. Yarp. Joe. Ben.
Hot Fuzz, baby.
Correct.
Must be a white movie.
Yeah.
Which also, actually, the guy that played that character and said Yarp, by the way, is Rory McCann. Who is
Boring.
now,
Number 7.
Who's now on Game of Thrones, by the way. Awesome show.
He is, actually.
All right, Ben.
The Hound.
Number 7.
No extra points.
Actually, this would be number 6.
7.
Keep up, Ben.
Stay with
You're
me.
right, number 7.
I love my dead gay son. Ben just took it in the bum.
I
know this
my
one.
dead gay son.
5, 4, 3, 2, Heathers.
Of course. That's when they found the 2 football players with the.
I love my dead gay son.
Of course.
Mr. President.
Where the heck was this filmed in Seattle somewhere?
Yeah, Mr.
Probably.
President. It was probably another white film. I think so. Yeah. Sorry.
Number 8.
Okay.
What a space is called Lick My Love Pump. Joe.
Spinal Tap.
Yay!
Joe finally on the board.
board.
Okay, so hold on. So we are what? Where were we at? Number 9?
Now, how are you going to give him crap for buzzing in early when you buzzed in early?
No, we're in number 9, right?
Whatever.
Okay, we got 2 more questions. So far it is Moi with 3, WCW with 2,
2.5.
POTUS with 1, and Joe with 1.
Okay, sounds good. Whatever, Ben.
Okay, we
You
got
have
2 more.
1.5.
I'm sort of at a little disadvantage here.
Yeah.
It's okay. You can't win them all, President.
Yeah, tell me about it.
9.
To crush your enemy, to see them drift before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
Go.
Conan.
No. Go.
Conan the Barbarian.
Correct. You said Conan, not
two-
Conan.
there was
He's
two
more
of 'em.
technical than Boehner.
Yeah.
The hell?
Yeah, we go. All right.
He's just mad because he's losing.
You know what, Felix? You were on my last nerve today.
All right, let's go.
And I'm not losing. I'm still winning, actually.
We got 2.5.
I'm still winning. I'm winning by half a point.
I have a point.
All right, you ready?
Last one.
Let's do it.
Guns are for show, knives are for pros. Go.
Kill Bill?
No.
Oh, President, Mr. President, I'm sorry. I got to guess. I don't know.
Nope.
That's not a correct answer.
Thanks. Hey, wait.
WCW, do you have a guess?
I have no guess.
I don't have a guess either, which means...
Lock, stock, and 2 smoking barrels.
And that means that with 2.5 points, Ben wins, baby. Yes!
Ben gets the naked ride on my jet.
See you in 2016,
Clothes
sucker.
not allowed.
Wait, what? I won what?
You
Naked
get the
ride.
naked ride. Your clothes aren't allowed on my jet.
Wow,
man.
I'm good. Mr. President, be thankful we lost.
Wait,
this
I thought
one.
you said that the winner got something good.
No, they got a ride on my jet naked.
You didn't include the naked part.
You sure didn't.
I didn't have to. It's my jet. You can do whatever I want on my jet.
Well, I think the president has his own jet.
That's where you get
Better
cheating.
believe it.
That's where you're cheating. You're gonna go bottomless.
Now, you know what, Felix? While we have you on the show, on a serious note, I did want to talk to you about this.
Okay.
I know you listened to the show because I talked to you earlier.
Of course.
Last week's show, and
I even listened to the show last night where you were on that lady's show. It's
you know
awesome.
you were heavily involved in the Sancho repatriation movement to
Of
bring
course.
him back here after he was wrongfully deported. You were also heavily involved in the subsequent investigation that occurred, where you actually proved through Deputy Dave that Gloria,
Inspector Dave, yes.
Gloria's, who's also Joe's sister, was first-handedly responsible for the deportation of Sancho Sanchez. And so I assume as a result of watching last week's show, you witnessed firsthand the blow-up that occurred between Sancho and Gloria.
Oh yes, this whole dog thing is really getting under my skin, and you know there's other things about Gloria. We found out that her past is very suspectual. Is that a word? Can I say that?
I don't think so.
I don't,
But go ahead,
I
you
don't
can
think
say
that's a word.
No.
Her past is very sketchy. Like as a youngster, she said she's Irish, and we can't find anything in Ireland that has anything proof about where she came from. And my guys find anything. They really get in there and just yeah, get it.
Okay.
Do you think we might be able to get some help from the from our guest here to do some background check on her?
No, there's no need for background checks, my friend. We are digging like mad.
Yeah,
We're spelunking. We're spelunking in there.
And there's no way I'm going to waste resources right now to do something like that.
Oh, Mr. President,
I got 2 more years.
I have got more resources you could.
Trying to get me shot?
Yeah, listen.
No, sir.
Well, listen. The thing about it, I know you come on the show and we get a little comfortable with our guests, and we really appreciate you allowing us to get comfortable with you. I'm
Likewise.
Sorry. I know this is not the forum that you're used to, but we do really appreciate you having a good time with us, man. And I mean, come on, guys. How often does this happen?
I know.
Yeah.
I know you're
It's
not.
a once in a lifetime experience.
I mean, having a career in Capitol Hill, I can't imagine that
It's
you're
a
used.
bill. It's a bill.
I
and
can't
you will
imagine that
find me on
you're
Capitol Hill.
used to dealing with people with such decorum. I mean, most of the people that you deal with are scandalous, unlike the show.
Well, let me say this. Being the president has challenges, and you must find a way to connect with everyone, whether they're black, white, gay, straight.
Hey.
As I was saying, you just have to realize we're all people. It shouldn't be a matter of where you live, how you live, where you're from, what you're smoking. Speaking of smoking, somebody get my tickets to Colorado?
Yeah, I think that you're. Yeah, they came in the show.
You know, did you guys know that Soylent Green is people too?
Yes.
It's people.
Soylent Green is people.
Now, there's only a couple of minutes left in the show, and if you guys want to be a part of it, then you better call in now because we only got about 5 minutes left. 813-NEW-TALK is the number to call. Just a couple quick stories that we got to get into. I know, Miggy, I know you were excited about this. We've got a picture of this one. This may actually be the last one, depending on how late we run with time.
Chris, make this one as huge as you possibly can. That's what I'm talking about.
That's how Felix likes it, right?
Yeah, this
crowded studio here. I mean, we've got Obi, the three of us, WCW, Felix, Sancho.
Okay.
I mean, this studio is just packed.
Don't put that up yet. Let me lead into this. Okay, in Sweden, they have these big old rats, and I'm talking 15-inch long rats.
Nothing I haven't seen before in Chicago.
Right. They get some big ones there. So this rat decided to chew through the concrete of these people's house, chew through the wood, and break itself into their house. And then the cat refused to enter the kitchen, and they were wondering what the heck was up with the cat. And then all of a sudden, they moved they moved the garbage can, and they saw this rat. Chris, bring up that rat real quick. Sweet dear God, this rat,
a big rat.
This rat is bigger than my forearm.
It looks like a nutria.
Yeah,
You know,
it does.
exactly,
It
yeah.
does.
The Brazil, aren't they from Brazil originally? The nutria.
Yeah, I
they're
think
everywhere
so.
now, but yeah, they're from all over.
Right.
Yeah.
South America, actually, yeah.
So they hooked up. They got a rat trap, and it snapped on its head. And the thing got away and lived for like 3 or 4 days with the rat trap on its head before it finally got trapped and caught.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, he's not giving up. He's like, hey, you can put my head in it, but
I mean,
see that, Mr. President? That's a big rat.
Mr. President, I'm
Oh, my
assuming
goodness.
that in the White Black House that an animal like that would never get in.
No way. Again, I carry my own pistol, so he wouldn't get past the lawn. That's disgusting.
Now, I imagine, Mr. President, that living in Washington, you've probably seen rats bigger than that. Not of the human. I mean, more of the human kind.
Look, I didn't come here to discuss Marion Barry.
Okay,
the man has issues.
I'm sorry.
Let's just leave it there.
I smoke crack.
Anybody got a lighter?
But they
we do, actually. We're almost done with the show, Mr. President. If you could just hold on just a second. We'll help you get your fix. I mean, we'll talk after the show.
Yeah, well, definitely.
They dubbed the rat Ratzilla, so obviously that monstrous thing is a pretty scary deal.
Well, guys, we are at the end of a program, and I want to thank everyone that tuned in to the show. For those that were trying to listen live, we had a little glitch with that, but you'll be able to hear the archive, and if you're listening to it now, clearly that means you have heard the archive at this point, because it's almost like future tense, right, Chris?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like a time warp. But for those that
welcome to the future.
Those that have been a part of the show, thank you so much to ESB Brewing, where we broadcast from every week, 333 North Falkenberg Road, Suite D407. Thank you so much.
Sweet D.
Mr. President.
Shout outs to Obamacare. That's a zinger.
Oh, wow.
Thank you so much, POTUS.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
OB,
Thank
for being a part. And you know what? After the show, we're going to talk.
We're going to talk.
We're going to talk.
All right.
Good, because I got the munchies again.
Okay.
All right, very good. Very
so,
good.
for all you out there, make sure you tune in next week. We've got some fabulous guests lined up next week. You never know what we have in store. Always surprises on this show. For the Cranial Mission Show, I'm Ben Charles.
I'm the Reverend Joseph T. Needles.
Miki Hito.
And I'm the 44th. Let's do it.
All right.
All right, and we'll talk to you next week. Take care.
Hadron collision. X-ray double vision. Internet transmissions of the cranial emission. Say goodbye to Miguel Hito and the Mr. BC. Don't forget about me. I'm the Reverend Joey T. ESB Brewery is the place to be. For all the finest ales and the Cranial 3. Just 3 cohort. And we talk about sports. And anything else that tickles our shorts. Oh, we won't refrain from talking to your name. 4 to 5 doctors say it won't rot your brain. We gotta be going. And we hope that you won't miss us. The bell has rung. And the teacher has dismissed us. So don't be sad. Cause there's no need to freak. We'll be coming out your speakers same time next week.
This program was brought to you by the Internet Broadcasting Organization, setting the standard for new media broadcasting.